Belial, Behemoth, Beelzebub, Asmodeus, Satanas, Lucifer.
$2,000 gold out of it, so you did your part.
Just wanna make
Anything
clear
for
that
the money.
for the money.
Music stream is running. Audio is good. I think we're good to get started. So, who wants to do a session summary? I'll give you inspiration if you could do a good one. Of last session.
Okay, so
Not you, Ivan.
I
You
only
always do
managed-
it. Just kidding.
I
You,
just want my
Ivan.
inspiration, boy. I only want my inspiration. Stop bribing me. Okay, I'll stay quiet.
No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
We finally found the phylactery of Toma, and making our way back into our pretty boat, we found a pretty kangaroo that opened his mouth like a Demogorgon, and it was
Freddy,
decided
yeah.
to be adopted. Yeah, Freddy. But we don't want dirty kangaroos in the boat, so we give him a nice bath in the sticks.
As you do.
Yeah, we continue our trip through the sticks, and while we're passing through the Bronze Citadel, we found like a nice lady, quite charming, Peggy. She sold us some nice gauntlets for a discount because Professor Isaac is charismatic as fuck. We continue the trip to this, and along the way we found a Styx dragon along being ridden by an elf. He was bored and he wanted to play a game of riddle. We gained the riddle, and Orikai gained an amulet. Continuing to the Styx, we almost getting into the city of this. We were bombarded by God when I think the professor, Amber, and two or crew members suffered the full of it.
Yep.
Yeah, those crew members are dead.
Yeah, but we got 2,000 gold in iron for the future, which nobody can pick without burning their hands. Also, we were like warned that iron will betray us here, and that any promise made is a promise that should be fulfilled or pay the price of breaking it. And the conclave also told us like there is like a cape of invisibility here in the market of killers.
Among other many treasures collect. Very good. Go ahead and mark off for inspiration on your sheet. So we find ourselves outside the city proper now. This is like this mountainous cragland bridge, an iron ore deposit that glint on the horizon. You can see the iron roads stretch all throughout the city and branch out from it in various directions as they wind up and into the mountains. In and out of the city, you can see devils and other denizens escorting carts of this unrefined ore down from these mountains and toward the refineries of the city center. sort of coiling down the mountains, high enough to reach Avernus, is the River Styx upon which you float. It has descended from Avernus and descends further down the rapids toward Mineros on the horizon. The city has this like intricate system of canals, which the river sort of flows through here. So because of this high wall where you are right now, you see only the rooftops of buildings as you pass through the city, but you can enter an artificial runoff near the middle of the city that was created here, with past this like large iron gate, allowing you and other travelers to like enter the city and taking the sights. TX has offered his insights into taking you guys on a tour throughout the various destinations, should you accept. Other than that, Tam sort of remind you guys that this Pater, the leader of this society here, the ruler of this whole realm, remains the ruler of this and an ally of Asmodeus, and he intends for it to stay that way. So there are various fortifications of the Spader's layers that continue to sort of be built unabated at the Spader's behest in preparation for some unforeseen future war, perhaps, or another. But assuming it happens follow the rules of the realm, you are given relative freedom to go about your business. I suppose first order of business then is, I know Orikai want to do a seeming spell. So I know Ivan already picked his character disguise, which looks pretty neat. I even went ahead and changed your token to something more appropriate to that young, nonetheless druidic hag vibe that you're going with. I like that. Anybody else wish to, at this time, just describe what their disguise looks like, just for sake of flavor?
Amber says, "There's only one thing I can think of that's more opposite than me. A blonde." And that's her only request.
I'm definitely gonna choose to have more of a like a white pale complexion, and have like tattoos of like runes and everything kind of like all over my face, my skin and hands. Have like, you know, maybe like different colored like robes, like purples and, you know, deeper colors than what I would be wearing. Maybe a couple spikes and like maybe on the pauldrons like skulls or something, because I'm an evil wizard.
Nice.
Keo will take on the form of a bugbear.
Nice.
Very much Chewbacca-like furrow overgrows as the seeming spell takes over. Your claws elongate, hands become longer, elbows extend out sideways to sort of give you that bulky look of a bugbear as fangs jut out from your lower jaw, illusionary as they are, still sort of half obscuring your lower vision as they jut out toward your eyes. Monstrous, but convincing.
I think Juniper is just gonna use her owl wild shape, so she's just gonna be a little owl on Bugbear Kyle's shoulder.
Sounds good.
Orakai is going to take the appearance of a more standard-looking brow, going for the more stereotypical, like red eyes, standard white hair look, to be able to be more forgettable with the seeming spell.
Excellent. So, as we find ourselves on the shores overlooking this and the Agora floating knives to the other side of you, across the river, you hear TX, the gnome in his sort of pirate-ish sailor garb, the first mate of the barge, speak up. Arr, if it be treasure you seek, we'll find it in these stalls of sin and silver. Everything has its price here, but fret not, for the mighty TX knows which booth sells wonders, and which sell horse dung in gilded bottles. And if the market fail ye, well then, mates, we'll be needing an audience with the king o' knives himself, the Amnesu Orishara. A schemer, that one, but a braggart, thick of lips and writhing tongue. He loves his talk. Nonetheless, tongue sharp as he has, luck for ye, he's a personal acquaintance o' TX. Now mark me well, we'll see sights to curdle ye soul, flesh sold by the pound, men diced like onions, and bargains sold in blood. But, show grimace, let a shudder slip, and they'll swarm ye like sharks in blood water. Nay, we must grin as TX grins, laugh at the horrors, I even clap for it. That way we'll pass as kin. With that said, where would you like guys to go?
We'll head into the Agora of Floating Knives.
All in agreement?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, off one of the great runoffs, then from the River Styx, lies this vast artificial lagoon, hemmed by all sides by this iron wall and drowned in perpetual shadow. This is the Agora Floating Knives here. Then put us on a more localized map for it. Then there we go. And you guys will be entering from up here. I'll just keep everybody sorted so I can just track everybody's HP and stuff in case I need to click you. There we go. So we'll be entering from this passage here where the lagoon sort of churns with, you can see in front of you like an armada of floating stalls, creaking houseboats and ramshackle huts lashed together into this precarious series of markets. Narrow canals snake in between them, plied by gondolas, crewed by these imps and other wretched servitors, ferrying patrons from one drifting shop to the next. At the very heart of the lagoon rises a vision both magnificent and terrible, this entire palace looming over this chaos of trade. Ye best mind your tongue with the imp gondoliers. For 10 gold, the scrawny scallywags row ye across, but say left and they'll sail ye starboard. Say straight on and they'll spin ye round thrice like a tavern drunk. Nay, mark my word, only the mighty Tiax knows how to wring sense out of them winged bildrats. Would you like to take one of his impish gondoliers to sort of make your way around? Or would you like to stay in your barge?
I feel like we would blend in more in one of the local boats.
I agree with Amber.
I agree.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Trust TX. But looks like we're going.
Did you say you do or do not trust TX?
I trust TX.
Yeah, TX recommends the gondoliers as well. Seems like a good idea to sort of blend in. I will note, I'm seeing here Amber and Professor, you're looking pretty bad health-wise. Do you
Yeah,
wish?
I need to take
Yeah.
a nap.
Yeah.
Short rest at least.
Some.
I'm just giving the chance.
My health is also pretty bad.
Yeah, I'd love at least a short rest. Yeah, I don't think we need the long rest necessarily.
Yeah, we just got here, so I'm only imagining it's like a few hours, maybe half a day, since we left Avernus. So yeah, a short rest for sure.
Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah.
Help me, I'm bleeding. All right, good, because I need to roll some dice.
As I watch everybody bandage their wounds, that's why I go in the ship.
trying to find it on the new sheet. Where is?
The
Short
short
rest?
rest.
Oh, there. Oh, right there. Ah.
If you would like to express your characters, this would be a good chance to sort of flavor anything in terms of what your character does during a short rest. If it's something comes to mind.
She is like filing her nails back to kind of pointy claws, fixing the ones that broke from the explosion, and kind of cleaning like the blood and ash and dirt out of her like particularly hairy arms, and kind of spiffing herself back up to her normal standard.
Wonderful.
I didn't need to take a short rest, so I'm actually kind of going around and helping everybody bandage and help their wounds while they're taking care of their stuff.
Oh, yes, wonderful. I could use it. I'm one blow away from falling over. But the professor's just gonna like do the best that he can, but kind of rely on his teammates to kind of help him. He's not an adventurer, not really, never got into dangers like this before. So, but he does the best that he can. Kind of just reads over his like spell book at the end just to make sure like everything that he remembered for his spells for the day is still there. Nothing's dislodged and still open for magic.
Mordecai's patching up their wounds, fixing their hair, spending a lot of time adjusting the amulet, making sure that they look presentable enough and not like they just literally survived the equivalent of a magic like bomb from the gods.
You know what? I lied. I'm gonna take a little bit more. Too much. All right. I feel a little bit better now. I forgot. I'm level like 12. I have more dice.
So, visitors relying on the services of various imps for the small sum of 10 gold pieces can enter a gondola and navigate around this area. You can see, sort of smirking in your general direction, is this skinny, golem-looking, like pale-fleshed little imp, no higher than like 3 feet in height, with this long rod with a spoon-like end, sort of standing on the back end of gondolier beneath the lantern light of this hanging lantern body, surrounded by like a cage with spikes on it and like this long chain leading from top of the lantern hooked to the rest of the gondola, and sort of from an arc beam to illuminate the boat, and all the while it's sort of smirking in your direction.
Okay. He's looking in our direction. He's doing anything else?
Well, yeah, imagine like it's kind of like when you leave an airport and a bunch of taxis are sort of lined up waiting for various visitors. He's one of such drivers.
Okay. Just
Other
go
than
ahead.
that,
Amber, as we step off of our barge onto this new boat, is going to, right before we leave our barge, cast Rary's telepathic bond so that for the next hour we can speak telepathically to each other. And across the bond, she'll say, "Are we gonna say we're like from here, or should we do more of like a tourist take and see if maybe the boatwright wants to like take us to his favorite location because it could have something good at it?"
I would definitely say the tourist route, but we could also ask them to see what are some of the best shops here and what the hells have to offer. Might be something good. Peggy had some good wares, but maybe there's more here to be seen. But maybe there's also rumors to be found.
Kale has his hands on his head with a look of abject horror as he is looking at you, Carrie, and Professor
telepathic bond, Orakai is going to say, Kyle, you are going to get us found out if you keep looking like that every time we use magic.
Chill, man. We're right here.
Yeah, chill, dude. You're gonna narc on us.
I kind of look at you and say, but your mouths aren't moving.
It's called magic.
I know what magic is, but
It's okay.
I'm gonna try it.
The first time is unsettling. It's different. You have an inner voice. You're finding it.
I'm gonna try it. Hello.
Okay, you do not have to yell. It still kind of hurts.
Please, no mental screaming in the telepathic bond, everybody. I didn't think I need to make this rule.
Fun fact, you can never scream at yourself when you're in your own head. Try it. You can't. It's always the same volume. Isn't that weird?
That's so
It is
weird.
I'm just thinking to myself, who say that?
So this is how it works. All I have to do is think. Just think.
Yes.
You hear all of my thoughts?
No, only the ones you direct here, but you have to be careful about where you're directing what you're thinking.
Yes.
Speaking of which, the bond is also a great place to direct any disgust, horror, fear, so that you don't express it outwardly. We need to keep it chill. I'm talking to myself here a lot too.
Amber, I will mention that the invisible ring worn around your finger allows you to gate thoughts coming in and out. At your permission, they pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can do this.
Tiak
I've never done telepathy before.
Tiak say that he knows like the places to go. Do you wanna try the imp as you suggested? Or...
Well, that depends on what you're looking for. Yeah, I heard you guys are looking for goods. There are the market stalls over there on the outskirts. Behold, he sort of points to like a ramshackle of rafts, or like rickety boats, drag various wares that the citizens of this hawk here. Vice, baubles, curios pilfered from the plains ye ain't never dreamt of. Hellsworn peddlers tempt ye with silver dust they call condensed order. Aye, sniff it, and bravery stands tall in the chaos of Avernus. Now, here be the heart of bartering. He sort of points to other stalls. You'll find no coin o' king, no copper o' peasants changing hands. Nay, these cutthroats only fancy magics and soul coins, aye, the very fuel of perdition. You give 'em a trinket enchanted, they'll wait like smugglers weigh salt pork, and still demand souls on top of it. But never fear, the mighty Tiax knows the worth of every cursed candlestick and charmed chamber pot here. So, immediately nearby you see is like a central market surrounded by lesser stalls around it. Is like the closest point of interest towards you. Otherwise, what are you guys looking for? There are various things to be found here.
Anyone's looking for anything in specific?
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wouldn't mind either trying to look for. Hold on, I just had a notepad up.
From what?
If there was a way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was gonna say, if there was a way to upgrade my Arcane Grimoire from a +1 to a +2, or I'm even looking for something like Cube of Force, or even just a Ring of Spell Storing.
So it sounds to
That
me
would
like
be-
the wizard wants to go to the market. Anybody
I
else
don't mind.
joining? Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely market. Amber
Definitely
is
going.
thinking of the wellness of the party given the nuke and is hoping to find some items that either just like healing potions or items that could maybe fortify or enable more health.
Might be an amulet of.
Yeah, something to that
um,
degree.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
I wanted to see if maybe I could find a vicious, like maybe a vicious maul or a vicious slave.
Oh shit.
Kail, and by proxy, the druid will join the wizard and Emperor in the markets. Use the rest of the party, Orkai and Ivan, your character. Do you guys want to head elsewhere or join with the party?
I'll join the party.
Yeah.
Join the party, saving numbers, but I think I'll. Marcela will be like trying to find like scrolls, spell scrolls.
Yeah, there's no telling what can find in the market. The only way to tell is to go there. Thankfully, from where you guys are, as you guys sort of park your barge at the shores of the entrance here at the dock, it's an easy walk from here to the first market island without use of gondola or anything. Walking there, what you see then is this. 1 second. Just closing some things on my end, and let's put us on the outer Agora market, where a periphery of the Agora consists of this ramshackle collection of little boats and rafts that offer the sorts of goods that might be found in a dozen dens of ice across this. You see condensed order is being sold here by the pound, this silvery substance that's being peddled here for 50 gold pieces per vial. Other goods you recognize to be by the labels written in various languages, infernal and common among them. Dust of sneezing and choking, oils of sharpness, oil of slipperousness, fire breath potions, potions to read the mind, all coming in various prices, is the most recent haul of goods. Those of you looking for more enchanted goods, go ahead and make me a Arcana check. As you're just trying to sort of sift through the various wares here. Most of the goods here being sold are either made to harm one or another. Various tools of the killer's trade.
That is a natural 20.
Natural 20 for total 24, and Professor's 32.
Jeez.
Gonna go ahead and...
Good rolls today.
Yeah.
Big brain.
I got 27.
Yep. Let me just read ahead here. I think I have a handout to prepare for this, just for this. Trade market. Yes, I do. There we are. Other items of interest can be found in a deeper trade market for the arcanists among you. You see various magical items labeled as they are, along with the price they're being sold for. For you, Abby, I'm gonna go ahead and paste this in a direct message towards you, so you can like read it out on your own time if you wish. As I have a complete list. Will that do, or do you want me to like read it for you?
It might be faster if you don't mind to read it, so that I wouldn't be holding up the party reading the list.
Yeah, no problem. So some items of interest, just stop me if anything catches your interest here, will be a mirror of life trapping, daggers of venom, goggles of night, various crystal balls used for like scrying spells, Efreti bottles, little lanterns with smoking coming from their exposed tip, holding various creatures. Rings, magical rings, especially a ring of shooting stars that catches the attention of anything out on the lookout for like shiny gemstones and such. A robe enchanted with starlight, a staff engulfed in flame, a staff equally covered in frost and rime, a spellguard shield enchanted to reflect back spells and such, and various blade weapons designed for stealing life force.
The blade and the cloak look interesting.
So the person selling these enchanted wares is a blue-skinned incubus, by the looks of it, an devilish-looking, seemingly male creature with bat-like wings and hair that seems to float behind his horns as if like floating underwater. A charismatic grin and a hand gesture shows you the price for the cloak being a rare or very rare ring of some sort, and 3 soul coins for such a precious. Sorry, that's the price for the shooting star ring. Cloak.
A cloak.
Thank you.
I like that cloak.
Robe of Stars trades for a rare or very rare magic cloak or robe, plus 3 soul coins. If you're looking for more information on this item, I'm just opening the handout as we speak. And I'm also showing.
Are the
Well, let me.
Are they? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm just handling one thing at a time. So, a Robe of Stars is a very rare cloak made of black and dark blue embroidery with small white silver stars all over it. It gives a +1 bonus to saving throws while you wear it, so it's sort of like a cloak of protection almost. There are these 6 very bright stars on the very front of it, made from this glaring reddish light, located on the robe's upper front portion, sort of around the clavicle area as you're wearing it. Particularly large in size, and while wearing this robe, the Incubus explains you can take a action on your turn to remove one of these stars and expand it to cast a high level version, level 5 version of Magical Missile, sending the star in a cascade in front of you. Each tusk, these removed stars will sort of reignite, reappear on the robe, so it recharges over time. While you wear this robe also, you can take the magic action to enter into the astral plane. Along with everything you are wearing and carrying, you remain there until you take a similar magic action to sort of return to the plane where you were on. You reappear in the last space you occupied in that plane, or in a space that is unoccupied if that space is otherwise occupied, if that makes sense. It's like a plane jumping cloak sort of thing.
I like that thing. That's dope.
Yeah.
And that's 3 soul coins?
Yes, it's a
I think we did.
very rare, very expensive item. You've entered sort of like a restricted zone of the market purely on your. I don't even know how you rule the 32, but that was
Magic.
that really
Big brain, many wrinkles.
Yeah, really open up your options here. So that's a cloak.
Cool.
Do you have any other questions, Abby? I'm just double checking before I move on.
No, I'll pass on the cloak.
Okay.
I want.
No, I want.
Fuck F.
I
don't want
think
this.
someone in the party, like I'd be happy to relinquish 3 of our soul coins for someone to have the cloak. I don't necessarily want it, but
3
it
soul
seems
coins
worth it.
and a rare or very rare magical cloak or robe.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think
I
we
don't
have
have anything
that.
like that to offer.
Yeah, I think we.
Don't we
will
have an
try
extra
it.
cloak?
But we don't know the rarity. I think it was uncommon.
Depending on what you're talking about.
The Owlbear cloak. But
Juniper is in owl form and wearing both of her cloaks. Like, there's no way of getting it to even trade it. So, no.
No, not at all. But the Ifrit bottle.
Freddy, yeah.
It has an Ifrit in it, or does something else?
I'm looking up items as they are. Bear with me. A Ferretti bottle. Do I even have an image for it? This wondrous item of very rare quality, when you take a magic action to remove the stopper of this painted brass bottle, a cloud of thick smoke will then... Ooh, it's pretty. Sorry, I got distracted, but look at that. It's like... How would I describe it for Abby? Elongated clay bottle with a very thin but ornamental neck. I want to describe it like as a shisha smoking bottle, but I'm not sure if Abby knows what shisha is. And the way it's painted, it's very pretty. It's like crimson base colors with almost peacock-like design of cyan blues that are shaped like eyes toward like sort of rim of the body of the bottle. And it's very hypnotic-like pattern, very Middle Eastern looking, with flame-like motif in blues and oranges. It's very nice. Anyway, so when you take in a magic action to remove the stopper of this bottle, thick cloud of smoke will flow out of it, and at the end of your turn the smoke disappears with a flash of harmless fire as an Efreti appears in an occupied space within 30 feet of you. An Efreti is a fire-like djinn creature, an elemental fire. There's no telling what sort of consequence of this action would be, but that's what this Efreti bottle is. Yes, it holds an Efreti.
Okay.
And Efreti's like creature like this, like a fire humanoid elemental. Not sure if I posted it or not. It's not posting it. Whatever.
I think at this point we cannot get many of the items because we are lacking the trade part.
Oh yeah.
True.
Because even my ring, it's not rare, it's uncommon, so we couldn't trade for the shooting stars ring.
Yeah, but
I was gonna say I would like to talk to the merchant to see maybe if they would haggle on taking something else, perhaps to diversify their wares for the robe, because I don't want to, take something away from Juniper. She seems very bonded with it.
The trades are concrete.
Damn it.
Mm-hmm. The prices are, that is.
Whoops.
Would we be able to analyze the blade that you said could siphon life force?
Yeah. I would say the prices are concrete because you're not really, all you're doing is you're begging for a lower price, right? You're not really offering it anything more at this point. But
Well, is it concrete in the sense that there's no use making an offer, or could we make an offer and see how it goes?
You can make an offer. You can always try. I'm not gonna shut down your tries.
I'll try.
Just let me look up the, because Abby did speak. Let me just look up what a 9 life sealer is. 9 life stealer. So it's a variety of weapons, various battle axes, great clubs. Some of them are bows, some of them are like warhammers and blades. But the property of 9 life stealer weapons is the same across the board. I'm just opening the handout. I'm just letting it load as I talk. Such weapons have a bonus to attack rolls and damage rolls being enchanted. It's a +2 weapon, very rare. The life-stealing property is thus. It has charges, 1d8 +1. When you attack a creature that has fewer than 100 hit points with such a weapon and roll a 20 on the d20 of the attack, natural 20, the creature must succeed on a constitution saving throw or be slain instantly as a sword or weapon otherwise tears its life force from its body. Constructs and undead are like immune to this effect, and the weapon sort of loses a charge whenever a creature is slain this way. When a weapon has no more charges remaining, it just loses the property and becomes like non-life stealing, but it's still a +2 weapon. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
So such a weapon of your choice will be traded for a rare or very rare weapon and 2 soul coins. Okay.
To offer to help.
I don't have
It could be useful. I mean, Kyle, how does this compare to what you're looking for here?
I mean, it's a nice weapon. But
It's trash.
I cannot. Can't you? I don't have a very rare.
What is he mumbling to his mic?
What do you-
What is that?
I can't hear.
You're
He's
like going
lamenting.
further and further away from your mic.
Oh, sorry, the mic was not in front of my face. I can't trade for it. I don't have a rare or very rare weapon to trade.
Gotcha.
Something to keep in mind. This market here will be available for you guys throughout this entire campaign, right? You can always return to it and see what goods are
Yeah.
being sold
Oh, that's so true.
as you collect items. But I just want to initially present what is here, sort of just rule the table of, because obviously it's not like you can get items on demand. It's just whatever is hauled here from the multiverse.
Sure.
But Kyle is saying that he doesn't have anything very rare, and I look at his bugbear body and point at the belt with the devils.
It was a weapon. I don't have a weapon that's rare or very rare.
Okay.
Does anyone else want anything before check anything out?
No. I want to ask maybe I'm sorry, I have sick brain. The dwarf pirate who's helping us.
Tiox.
Tiox. Yeah, thank you. I want to ask Tiox. Tiox, I'm seeing the bottles of condensed order, and I know that they had a real use for us in the slough. Is it possible that we run into other places around the Hells that have similar levels of like distorting chaos
That is
that we
almost
should prepare for?
certain. Yes, I.
Okay. In that case, Amber is happy to buy 6. Yeah, that's how many there are of us. 6 bottles of it.
Mm-hmm.
Just so that we have one for everyone if we find ourselves in a similar situation.
6 vials, 300 gold pieces.
Yeah. Yep.
Coin exchanges hands.
And after she finalizes her deal, Marcella will approach the nice devil. Hey, dearie, what kind of work can I do to get some of those nice items?
Piss off! You either have the coin or you don't.
Oh, your mind is limited. You only see coin. That's shame.
You come to my stall and ask me questions and riddles. I don't got time for it. Time is money, friend.
Are there like mundane weapons for sale?
Not in the arcane. No, not in the market. Arcane market. No.
While we're still
What are
in the
you?
arcane
What?
market,
Can I just ask, Matt? What is Caillou looking for in terms of a mundane weapon?
Well, I was gonna grab a maul and then use the oil of sharpness on it. Buy the oil of sharpness.
I'm gonna say if you head out from the arcane market, you'll probably find like an infernal iron merchant that sells a like infernal iron maul. If you're interested, I'm just gonna look up the price for it.
Okay.
But remember, it's infernal iron.
Yeah, hellfire weapon. Not much mundane to be found in a market sought by people who want to buy enchanted things. Hellfire maul. I'll look up the price in a second here.
That's okay.
Does Kail know what Hellfire weapons do?
No.
You can rule me an Arcana check or just buy it blind, up to you. But otherwise, yeah, such a maul made from infernal iron, sort of carved with various infernal runes amid its head, shaped like a devilish skull at the metal heavy end, is available to purchase if you so wish. It is an uncommon weapon. I'm just looking at
15 Arcana.
15 Arcana. The weapons fashioned from the infernal iron that is often mined from Avernus and other layers, traced with veins of hellfire, sort of like magma flowing through it. Whenever a humanoid is killed by an attack made with this weapon, its soul is funneled into the river Styx, where it's reborn as a lemure. Otherwise, the weapon is heavy and two-handed.
That's okay. Well, I was thinking that if I use the oil of sharpness on it, it would make it a magical weapon.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Just by implication of name, I can look it up. But oil of sharpness, isn't that used on bladed weapons?
No clue, to be honest.
Okay.
I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know. It
Okay.
makes them all sharpie, you know?
It spikes it up. It is 1,000 gold pieces for the mall, for the Hellfire Mall.
Not worried about it. We'll come back.
Okay.
30,
Oil of sharpness will also work on your weapon, I would imagine. It coats 1 melee weapon or 20 pieces of ammunition. That's a weird one. I've never seen this. On melee weapons that are non-magical and deal slashing or piercing damage are affected. I see. I can be given damage, just give you a non-magical maul, but you won't be able to apply an oil of sharpness on it. You want to just like buy a mundane sword? Be down with,
Yeah, sure.
be down with it? Okay. Cool.
I was gonna also go for the dose of sneezing and choking.
You see the price? Coin can exchange hands. There's only one of it though.
Okay, cool.
I will pay
250
the
gold pieces.
2,500 for the oil of sharpness, and when I get a grab a mundane blade eventually.
What kind of weapon specifically? I have to look up the price.
Go with the great sword.
Okay. Price for a great sword. D&D Beyond. My computer's crying because I have like 17 tabs open right now.
Yeah.
Because I have to look at all this stuff. Price 5e. I wish it. My compendium gave me. It's 50 gold pieces for a mundane greatsword. 5-0.
I will buy a mundane great sword and then apply the oil of sharpness to it.
Well, apply it when you need it, right? Because once you apply it, it evaporates after a while, right?
I looked it up and it said it was permanent.
Cool. All right.
Yeah, that's up to you. If
Magically,
you want to roll it that way.
I can also look it up and confirm that yes, applying the oil takes 1 minute. Takes 1 minute, doesn't evaporate for 1 minute. I was thinking about poisons. After which the oil just sort of magically seeps into the great sword and coats it up and makes it a +3 weapon. I see. Okay. +3 great sword.
And we need to get rid of the iron.
Oh, that can be just done. You can find a merchant in this market, that then we can just get that over with as you exchange the raw ore.
Nice.
With a few dust-coated imps, you know, minor-looking fellas. Yeah.
Who would like to hold on to that, or do you want to
You get like
space it out? To everyone?
200 platinum pieces for it. Same worth as 2,000 gold.
Okay, I gave him 255 platinum.
What?
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 This, for the oil of sharpness and the sword, it's 255 platinum.
No, I think that's how much.
No,
you
it's
get for
fucking
the
not.
ore.
No, it's fucking not.
What?
255 platinum is 2,550 gold pieces. Right?
Exactly, for the oil of sharpness and the sword.
Oh.
Now I'm confused.
No, I get what he's saying.
I'm lost.
He's
yeah.
buying the
Ah,
oil of sharpness
okay.
for 2,500 gold pieces and 50. So he's just saying, I'm going to use that gold to exchange that and get it over with.
Yeah.
Okay. As long as people are not confused and not tracking down their inventories, we can move on. Nick, you were trying to say something for like the longest time.
No, you're good. No, I wanted everyone to finish. Sorry. I'm just looking around the wares, and even though the prices look like they're set and the merchant looks kind of dead set, it's still worth a try, maybe. But I approach, and I say, "Your wares here are quite marvelous for the hells. I do think they could have a little bit of variety, though. I have these fists that I have recently acquired, and they might make a great piece for you. However, in exchange, perhaps we can settle a little bit more on the robe that you have there. It's quite intriguing, and I must have it.
So assessing the rare weapon that you offer him, it will probably settle for anything that goes weapon for weapon here, like the 9 life stealer, for example, and such.
Not what I'm looking for.
The Freddy
I just
bottle,
wanted
the
to see
crystal
if
ball,
he,
yeah.
yeah. I just wanted to see if he'd be willing to just take something more in exchange for the robes. Because, like I said, I don't want to take anything away from Juniper.
Magical cloak or robe is what he's asking for. Needs to keep the cycle of trade going, all the while making a surplus of soul coins, right? I'm gonna make it a DC 25 persuasion check, see how high your charisma is with this. You can get any help you want from outside sources. If you're not, because you guys are not really offering him anything else, you're just being like, can you change the terms you have set? Oh, can I offer you work? Can you change the terms you have set? Like, it's...
How about, and I look a quick glance, and I hold up the number 4 with my hands. Maybe 4 soul coins?
Oh, okay, now you're offering something. Sure. For the Gauntlets of Rage and 4 soul coins, he will hand over the Robe of Stars.
What say my cohort? I need input from my advisors.
I'm okay with it personally.
I am alright with it.
Well, there you have it. Majority rules. I will be able to do as I please with this robe, maintaining like this evil presence upon him.
Right.
Okay,
I feel it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll unattune from the fists. Hand him over, and then 4 soul coins. And then yeah.
Okay.
Did you say that there were some sort of daggers at this stall?
Yeah, these poison seeping daggers of venom. Here's the handout for the Robe of Stars, by the way. Sorry, for daggers of venom. Love me a shopping session. Trades for an uncommon or rare weapon plus a soul coin. These daggers of venom. As an action, you can cause a thick black poison to coat the blades. The poison remains there for 1 minute or until the attack with this weapon is made to hit a creature. The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or take massive, like 2d10 poison damage, along with the attack's damage, and become poisoned for 1 minute if it fails a Constitution saving throw. This property of the blade can be used once per dawn. It's one of the relatively more cheaper enchanted weapons of the stall. It's otherwise a +1 dagger.
Very interesting. I'll have to keep that in mind.
A weapon often used by the Drow of the Underdark, I would say. Assassins and the like. Okay, with the Robe of Stars acquired, are there any other items that interest the party at this time as you're browsing through the arcane market here?
I did want to ask, I don't know why I can't remember, the condensed order, did that last for 1 hour or 8 hours?
Yeah, I think 8.
8? Screw it, I'm going to buy 6 more. I think they're going to be very
They're
valuable
pretty
to us.
cheap. Yeah, it's nice
Yeah.
to have more.
I'm going to buy...
So I'm going to say, yeah, go for it. Whatever. You just buy 6 more. And that is the last of the crate stock of this merchant as he sort of goes, I have to go to Arishada's palace to refill my stock on this one. Sorry, no more in stock. So 6 is the last.
Makes sense.
He does mention in passing where he gets it from. I'm just looking it up as we speak, just as information to for you guys. I'll have to talk to Alvet to acquire more. And funny enough, as he says this, he points toward a beautiful portrait, sort of just leaning against the side of his tent, that has been sort of commissioned for this Alvet, supposedly. It features this half haggard but half beautiful woman, the face sort of bisected in two into white and black flesh, one arm raised to sort of float a chess piece in sort of the composition of the portrait to sort of complement the whole artistic depiction of this character. This painting, I suppose, it was commissioned just for her to pick up, or one for servants or something. But he uses that sort of point toward a portrait and mention her by name, where he gets this condensed order from. Alvet, spelled like Aelvettee.
She's very beautiful. Is this like her main business? These wares? Wholesale stuff?
It is, yes.
Interesting. Does she like collect her own supply, or does she have suppliers? Like, how does that work?
She quite literally collects her own supply, yes.
Wow, what an accomplished adventurer.
She is the personal major domo of Orishada himself, an ancient night hag of quite repute. Should you wish an audience with her, I can arrange for a letter of recommendation.
In Marcella, well, I guess in everyone's head through the bond, Amber will say, Marcella, a hag. That's kind of interesting, right?
They have secrets, so yes.
I would only ask that you bring a fair word about my stall here. Mention me by name, perhaps. She does reward her patrons well.
What a respectful businesswoman she seems to be. Over the bond,
Yes.
she'll say, do we want to meet with her? Maybe we can finish our time here in the market. And she seems powerful.
We do need
Oh, I
to
think-
stretch our arms out and make acquaintances where we can in this city.
I think meeting with her is good, but we might want to look around, see if there's anything else before we leave.
You, merchant, what was your name?
Deus.
I thought you said Dale. I was like, Dale, nice to meet you.
Deose. Deus.
B-E-O-S-E.
Yes.
Deus, you run a wonderful shop. Thank you for these items.
For your patronage, I have a special couple of gifts. I do like seeing new faces around this. First, a recommendation to get on Alviet's good side. Perhaps volunteer yourself for an extraction. Keep the business booming. Condensed order is far in between nowadays. Not many of the lawful variety coming to our city. If your heart
Promise
follows a
extraction.
code. Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Quite literally, it seems that Alvet harvests condensed order from orderful creatures. He doesn't go to details. He just mentions that agreeing to such a term might get you on a good side with Alvet. After all, condensed order is her game, so it seems. Other than that, the incubi, which I don't know why I gave him such a creepy voice. It just reflects the gold there, even though incubi has super charismatic, sexy voice, whatever the fuck. Nonetheless, he gets out a special looking amulet, which he offers for a cheap price of 1,000 gold pieces. But seems you might be able to convince to haggle for a lower price if you will.
What does it do? It's beautiful.
The hells. Places such as these. It is hard to make friends. Sometimes some say it is ill-advised to make friends. He explains that you can use this amulet, how to explain this in non-meta terms. As a bonus action, you can move one condition from yourself to an ally near you within 60 feet, whether it be blinded, deafened, frightened, poisoned, stunned, exhausted. You can move the condition from yourself to another. If you can even transfer exhaustion this way, moving all the exhaustion from yourself onto another creature. If the chosen ally is like immune to the transfer condition, it will fail, obviously, but otherwise, that's what the item does. And that's what he offers for 1,000 gold pieces.
Familiars will suffer.
It's interesting. I don't think Juniper would use it though.
Yeah, that's kind of. So you can transfer. Oh, sorry. Here.
Blinded, deafened, frightened, poisoned,
Yourself
stunned, and
to
exhaustion. Does the item interest any of you?
Do I get the sense that he would feel like kind of scorned if we didn't take it? I want to maintain a good relationship with
Doesn't
him.
seem so. This is offered as a
Okay.
cheap gift, a special price for supposed newcomers to this.
To be fair, we could use it to trade with in the future.
You say that out loud within
No,
earshot
over
of
the
this?
bond.
Okay.
Over the bond.
Fair enough.
Over the bond.
I'd be willing to help you, Orkin, for it. Orica says the telepathic bond.
Looking at the amulet and noticing its properties and everything, Isaac does have a slight interest in it, but this is something that wouldn't come to fruition until a little bit later down the road. Saying all of this telepathically, however, what he's trying to explain is that he's working on some spellcraft that will allow him to manipulate time and space. However, it's incredibly taxing for me, and I'll be getting many levels of exhaustion, and I could transfer them to you, but I don't know how you feel about that.
Over the be one of the only things like that we have control over down here. So I'm happy to like support you investing in this future magic you're building.
How many gold did you say it was?
1,000 gold pieces, but you can maybe persuade him to sell for cheaper.
Who's to help with that?
Oh, I'm torn now. I'll be murking you guys with exhaustion levels. It's gonna be rough.
I mean, we could
But-
always grab it and then, like above the table, we could grab it and then decide what to do with it later.
Yeah,
Mhm.
true.
It's a
I just
great
didn't-
deal.
Yeah. You know, I'll if no one else wants to put money in, that's totally cool. I'll take it for now, if just in case, if we know we're gonna come up something strong, and once I develop my magic more, useful, won't put me in an early grave.
Amber will brush the merchant's like hand as she touches the amulet. She'll say, "It's stunning. I love it, and I'm really excited we met. I cannot wait to tell Elvette about you. I think that she'll be really pleased with your shop. We've spent a lot today already, though, and my pocketbook is feeling kind of light, so I feel like I couldn't do more than 700. Is that something you'd be willing to do for a friend?"
Deos gently places like a finger below your chin as you're placing your hand over his. You're trying to charm her here. And as you guys sort of lock eyes, he sort of leans in real close to the point where you can actually smell the sweet fragrance of his rose-like breath. And he says, "That, my dear, would be wonderful. 700 it is."
Lovely. Prof. Amber's willing
Yeah.
to split some of the cost just because it's a lot, but
Yeah, I'll put in. Orca, how much were you thinking?
I would put in 100.
That's fine. Then I can put in 500 if you're willing to do 100.
yeah.
Okay, deal.
She slips him the gold, kind of lets it tinkle through her nails, and says, "It's been a pleasure doing business with you." And she twirls her blonde hair.
Such a beautiful creature. You know, you would find yourself quite at home in the Garden of Lights, where you can meet me and my friends.
Where's that? We're new here.
It's at the heart of this, hard to miss. TX knows the way! Look out of the corner.
TX is such a cutie. He's like in the back going, "I know the way, I know the way."
Yes, we can take care of you and your friend. He looks toward TX. We can silk smooth that beard of his and make him look much less rough on the eyes.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't, but we'll definitely tell Elvette about you when we meet her.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Ta-ta for now. And she'll like finger wave.
Bye,
at him as they
bestie!
leave.
Before we leave, can you point us to spell scrolls and anything that sells something more exceptional than this?
You are already in the most exceptional of markets, I would say. Though the trader, Deus, would recommend, should you be looking for anything else, there is, if you keep a lookout nearby, an exclusive items shop. Sort of a stall set up by a Neo-G. A Neo-G is a spider-like outer planar creature. Every few weeks, these Neo-G come roving into the market, selling all sorts of bizarre things. I don't know anything in terms of magical scrolls, but you will find things that are way more higher priced and more rare in that specialty market there. He sort of points toward the center of the market where you would see the Neo-Gs located. Just for context, a Neo-G looks like something like this, like a spider-like creature.
Okay. Friendly bunch. Yeah, I think like we could stop there, like to if the party still wanna give that a go.
But I will save you time by saying that you will not find spell scrolls in this market. It's a bit too mundane for... You have to realize you're in this. This is a plane traveling hellscape where, like, if you're here, you're probably able to jump to places like Candlekeep and stuff and find such items, or request them from, I don't know, like a patron or something. You know, like, you already have the resources to acquire such mundane items. This is a specialty market where you can acquire items here you won't find anywhere else.
Okay.
I do think checking it out might be a good choice.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I'm down for
to
anything.
know what
Yeah.
we want for the future if we have to come back. So let's check that market too.
To expedite things, I would just say this. If you go over to that market, be ready to spend around the range of anywhere from 5,000 gold pieces all the way up to 100,000 gold pieces. Do you have such money?
Very wondrous.
Wow.
Welcome to
No.
tier 4 markets. Like, this is the sort
Yeah.
of place, yeah.
Maybe another time then.
Okay.
We can come back later.
These are plane traveling spider-like aliens that collect items from the fringes of the world and bring them here. So it's very, like, borderline legendary items here, yeah.
Marcella, is there something that you're looking for in particular with spell scrolls?
I want to nothing in particular, but I want to be able to help more in fights. If you ask me for a specific, I want bless, shield, sanctuary, plenty. But those are like I'm gonna say the top on the list.
Some of those are divine in nature, and I don't have access to them, but... And maybe I should have said this before. I can transcribe some for you. I actually happen to have in my repertoire shield. that would deflect anything that would be coming at you with the most intent to harm you. It will take some time and a little bit of coin, but I will do it for you.
And I'll also remind you that along with the wizard services here, if you guys wish to buy anything of such mundane variety, you can always use your vessel from your patron. It's a box that you can put coins into and just ask your patron in 25 words or less to fetch you things from Halrua's mundane market.
Okay.
That is always available to you. Like this market is more like you have to travel here to gain like exclusive goods, right?
Yeah. Well, I think if we are all done here, we should take a look at the famous market of killers.
Okay, we can do that. I'm just gonna finalize this. Do you accept what Nick offered or no? Like just
Do I accept what, sorry?
accept what Nick offered. He said that he can just transcribe spells for you.
Yeah, of course.
We would need the rest in a couple
You'll probably need like ink, yeah, and stuff.
2 hours. Yeah, it's 50 gold pieces, I believe. Is it possible, since we're in the market now, if I wanted to pre-stock on those items for any other spells, like I want to transcribe later? Or is that just something we can kind of poof in?
It's something you can poof in.
Okay, I was just curious.
I just want to stick with what is being sold in this market specifically. Otherwise, I'm opening a can of worms a little bit, allowing one thing and then another thing and another thing. It's like...
Yeah, I didn't know if I had to stock up on, like, you know, quote-unquote inks and all that stuff to transcribe spells later, because it's just an ability, but, you know.
I think that'd be the kind of thing that we would get from our patron vessel
Exactly.
anyway. So
Yeah,
we would
that's
be
what
like
I was
on
gonna
the
say.
ship with the vessel.
Right.
I think you'd have everything you need there.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I always, if you guys need spell scrolls, I don't mind helping. But also letting Marcella know, if you do help me find some more of these tomes and, you know, things that we find out in the world, like the book that we found from the the greater cause. You help me, I learn more, I reciprocate unto you.
Okay. I'll keep my eye open on this market. My fingers sticky.
Can I just mention something before we proceed on to Market of Killers and the rest of this? Is you guys use the chat, I don't see chat. Abby cannot read it. If you have something to say, feel free to be like, I want to say something and say it.
Yeah. It's just I try to not interrupt, but you're right. We cannot check it. I was like, if we found in the past, we each get 4. Some people are running low on coin, so just putting that out there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Wait.
Yeah,
So
I've got some
we
change
divide
on.
we divide the money from the iron.
Sounds
Well, the money
perfect.
from the iron, Kyle, I think had used, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
No, I had 7,500 gold.
Oh, you had? Okay, never mind.
Okay, so yeah, everybody else get 400.
Okay.
Me for being an accountant, I'll keep 20. 20.
You got it.
Sorry for being
Wow.
pedantic. I just want to make sure I heard right because I was under the same impression as the rest of the party. When you guys sold the iron pieces, and I said, "Oh, you get 200 platinum coins," and then Matt said, "Well, Kyle uses that coin to buy the oil of sharpness and the blade." To quote it, that just didn't happen.
That was my intent.
You did say that.
I was using my
Yeah, you
own
did.
money.
You
Okay.
did say that.
I'll replenish that 200 gold with
I
my-
just want to make sure. Bottom line is that we are tracking, and coin is being exchanged. Somebody is tracking that. That's it.
Yeah, I track like what we find, but not what everyone has like that.
Okay.
But yeah.
All right. So unless you guys wish to do anything else in the market itself, other points of interest would be the aforementioned arena. There is the market of killers. the Palace of Forishada, and the what's called the Barges of Theater, as well as the.
If we wanted to,
Mhm.
sorry, if we wanted to buy common weapons, would that be here or with our like patron?
I already sort of opened the door with that. Let's say there's a local Infernal Forge where you can buy mundane weapons. I already allowed Kyle to buy a great sword. What are you looking for?
I'm looking for a rapier.
Sure. I'll look up the price for a mundane rapier, and you can easily find it here. Rapier, 25 gold pieces.
Yeah, that's totally fine. Mordecai's gonna buy it.
Cool.
Okay. Kyle, do you want to try your luck in the arena, or should we go to the market?
No, we can go to the killer market.
Yeah, I would say the market. Maybe find some other rumors around, or maybe meet some people.
Sounds good.
Market of Killer it is then.
So, TX will lead you back toward where the docks are, where the impish canteliers await your instructions. Who wishes to be faced for this? Ivan is like, don't speak all at once.
Tiax, do your thing. Take us to the market of killers.
Sure. So if you're gonna have my NPC just roleplay for you, I'm gonna just roll a dice here for percentile. Let's see how persuasive TX is at talking to the imp to get you to the right place as he sort of get ushered onto the gondolier and begins rowing you across the channels here toward close to the heart of this place. Ahead of you is a crowded barge that carries criers that announce in a dozen languages the name of this place as the Market of Killers. You see, living killers from across the plains have flocked here seeking the highest fees. Devil's Tout dead killers, infamous in their lifetimes, but who are allowed back into the realms of the living for one more murderous job at the right price. Crowded and frenetic auctions are held every hour here, with the prize being a victim of the winner's choice, killed via some particularly grotesque trademark method. So perhaps the most mundane of commodities being sold here, where you can hire the services of assassins and such.
Oh, I don't like this place very much.
Would
I mean, oh, I'm evil. Oh, yeah, murder.
through the telepathic
Murder's
bond.
fun.
Like, if they do like examples, I'm like, did they just make him eat her own intestines?
Through the telepathic bond, I'll ask the professor if he can sense or do magic to find where the cloak that Marcella's looking for.
Well, I actually do believe through the bond, Juniper would possibly have that. She was able to lead us to the horn, looking for a certain object.
Juniper's like ultimate incognito right now, though.
Yeah, I don't know if she could do.
I can
spell
still
casting.
like
Let me
try to
see.
lead you places. Like,
Oh, let me see. No, I don't have it. Yeah, it's a second level spell. I personally don't have a way of trying to find or anything. We would just have to look through the crowd, take up people on rumors, simply just ask.
Market of Killers.
AFK
When-
for a quick second.
There you go.
in this area, like, is there like a, how do you, the person?
What?
I'm reading. I'm sorry.
En español.
Yeah. Okay. ¿Está como el intermediario al asesino o hablamos directamente con los asesinos?
There are several devils standing in front these hooded, cloaked corpses, essentially undeads with pale flesh that seem to be announcing out the price for their various assassins from both death and life. At the head of them, you can see there's this like undead Githyanki knight with a young red dragon with shadowy scales and like mist falling off of it, very much undead sort of aura coming off from the dragon itself. And you know, the intermediary sort of devil would announce the price of such a killer to be at the cost of 1,500 gold pieces for an assassination. Other ones of note would be like various undead drow, some of them even like mages with like hollowed out cheekbones, some of them missing their lower jaws, all of them sort of being surrounded by various devils announcing their price to be a little bit cheaper on this, various thugs, gladiators, and assassins here, and a hooded lizard folk assassin as well, wearing a shimmering semi-translucent cloak around his shoulders. It sort of falls from either one of his shoulders, and he seems to be like wearing a similar like shadowy hood. Does that sort of answer your question of what you're like?
Yes, it does sound good.
Does the shimmery cloak give invisibility cloak?
Vibes.
Does it? That's like your gut feelings. I don't know. You tell me.
Over the bond, Amber will say, that person looks like they are wearing a garment that does the thing that the garment we're looking for does.
I was expecting for it to be on sale, not to be on the hands.
Well, there might be a price to get it off of them.
I'm sure they'll be friendly enough to try to sell it to us.
We can always ask.
I think maybe, well, asking may not hurt, but he might take us for a fool if trying to buy something that simply helps the person create chaos and assassinations. Perhaps something of his own game. We make a wager of some sort, or challenge him.
What do you think he'll want to like duel or something?
He might have a task for us to complete, or could be a duel. It's hard to say. We're in a field of killers, and my skin is crawling by the minute.
Let's.
But we could
approach
try.
and put yours to
Please
test.
keep these thoughts in the bond.
Yeah, I say all
What do
that
you
in the
say,
bond.
Abby? Okay.
Yeah. Juniper is not like talking out loud. When she is talking through the bond.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna mention this before we continue. Who cast the telepathic bond that lasts for 1 hour?
Amber did.
Amber, you can feel your spell begin to weaken. You have maybe 3 minutes of it left.
Okay, we don't have much left of this bond, she says through the bond. And I'm hesitant to cast it again because it's kind of tiring.
No, save your strength. We might need it for where we're at right now, or what might come later in the day.
Okay. So if nobody has anything else to say, I say like let's approach.
Mordecai will say through the bond, because while it's still active, just so you guys are aware, it'll take a while for me to be able to cast this demon again. So we only really have now approximately 7 hours.
Okay.
Enough to get through the day, hopefully. We'll have to conclude our business rather soon.
We do not want it falling off at the wrong time.
So we approach the lizard folk.
Okay, you approach the lizard folk. Beneath his hood, you can see two pinpoint red eyes look up at you. The lower cleft of his jaw has been sort of bisected by this gnash of a scar, as if he took an axe to the jaw, or the very front that split his jaw in two. Teeth are missing where that wound is lingering. He's wearing around his neck a necklace of various animal teeth, and he seems to be just working a stone across a blade, sharpening his tool of the trade.
Oh dear, what happened to you to make you so handsome?
Oh, funny. You should see the other guy.
Tell me a bit about it. Sell your axe, your pile kills.
Who do you want dead? The Yat-Ja Slayer will make sure of it.
I have a few mothers that deserve some kindness. Do you think you can help me with that?
I can give them a hug they won't forget, yes. My price, steep, is worth every coin. 5,000 a soul.
Okay. And do you think you can get anyone? Someone ancient, like the Angel Maker.
You roll me an insight check.
Okay. Insight, minimum 15, 13.
Give me a second.
Uh,
As you mention the name
I
Angel
think-
Killer, you look onto the cold visage of this creature. Is it 13?
yeah, 13.
You can spot that the name does invoke a certain sense of fear as he speaks out. That is a bite larger than most dare take. I would not risk my hide for such a high-profile entity. Oh, the echoes of chaos that will ripple out should such an individual perish. The Great Mother lives.
So there is so prices that you don't take, I see.
Only fools believe themselves immune to all harm, unbeatable. Even Asmodeus himself, I am sure, has his weaknesses.
What are the rumors of that?
If I knew that, you would find me here, killing for 5,000 apiece. But Yat-Jar can help you otherwise. For lesser targets, perhaps?
I have others that have wronged me in the past. There is a drow who sent a light into my back. I remember that clearly as yesterday.
That would be more in my repertoire, yes. They won't see me coming.
I chuckles too. But how do you find your targets?
I have my network of fellow agents, the underworld, here and on the material. The right price, your coin, goes a long way to finding such targets. That is why I price myself such.
Okay. Do
Yes,
we have time
connections.
in the in the telepathic?
No,
one,
it's
or
expired.
done? Okay. They need to at my discretion.
Do you wish to hire the Yat-Ja Killer for 5,000?
I think if Marcella brings out of her pocket 5,000.
I will also say, if you're not sure of who you want killed, you can always keep this individual hired and on retainer, essentially. With your 5,000 gold pieces, you can always meet him at another time or to name a target. He will essentially owe you one death.
I'll think about if I want vengeance of the Drow or someone less ambitious than.
Mm-hmm. This assassin is very skilled, especially with the cloak he is wearing and the various tools of his trade, but he does have a limit of who he can kill. You have named somebody very powerful, indeed, the ancient hag from your past. This individual can only kill of a specific CR, is how I'm going to say it above the table.
And just that cloak is quite fashionable. Will you be willing to depart from it?
Over my dead body. It has made me into a killer, and a good one. I will not part with my tool of the trade, the best one I have.
Handsome and charming. You're the whole package. I chose wisely. Okay. We will be back. I'll be back when I have the name.
Did you give him the gold?
Yeah, I gave him the gold.
I shall remember your face.
Hopefully, Marcella can remember her own face.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
Because she will not have it forever.
Yeah.
You may.
Okay. Does anyone wants to hire another killer here? Maybe for vengeance, you know? Your families were assassinated by someone. This is the time to get vengeance on them.
You notice that there was no contract involved in this exchange at all. Just a word given. I'll just note that.
Yeah, but in this, the
I'm glad you're
promise
picking
for-
up what I'm putting down. Yes.
I
If
think
I have no one.
just
Mhm.
as before they leave from the Yat Jar killer, Amber will just say offhand, I know you said the cloak's not for sale. Is it like bespoke, one of a kind, or you know, is there somewhere I could get one like it, like off the rack?
He does not know. He does not have the tools of divination to know where other such items might be. The only places that come in mind off the top of my head, he would not know of. Like, I'm thinking about like places like Sigil and other places that have such arcane markers like the ones you just left, right? But he did not buy his. Yeah, he got it off somebody else. Their heart was not beating when he doffed the cloak from their body. Yes. I would also... Yeah, so...
No, I'm sorry, I didn't want to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
I was gonna ask the party, kind of like as we're finishing up the transaction and kind of like, you know, turning away like our shoulders to say like, well, perhaps this guy could need something, you know, maybe try a different approach to get the cloak. Maybe we do an exchange of a favor or something to get said cloak, because he's not going to part with it. And I think if we were to try to like jump him or try to murder him, it would look bad for us.
In here, yes.
You
Yeah,
looking
here,
to
yes.
murder a guy?
Here,
Says a
yes.
thug from around the corner.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
sorry, I'm
hire
trying
a guy to kill the guy.
I'm real
Yeah.
good at murdering.
Good. Whoever comes out on
Doesn't
top,
seem
but
that good at murdering.
Just this barbarian, muscled-looking dude with a shaved head, face full of scars.
yeah. Well, what I was trying to say is that, you know, would you guys be willing to maybe like do a favor or to see what might intrigue him? Because he's only one person who relies on a magical item. I was going to try to appeal to his assassin self, be like, well, a true mark of skill comes from the person and not the, you know, item that he has to sole rely on. You know, what is something that could help you that you would be willing to part with that cloak? We have a party of 6, you're 1. We can accomplish a lot more. I didn't know if you guys might want to do that angle.
I'd be happy if you wanted to approach with that logic. I think it makes sense. I like it.
I'd be certainly willing to try.
Now I'm curious as to what he might ask, and it might be something really bad. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We'll go.
We go.
I turn back to the killer, and in my evil self, I give to gain his attention, and I say something along the lines of, "You fancy yourself as a strong killer, but you rely on such a magical item. The true mark and the skill comes from the warrior himself. Surely you can't rely on that thing forever, and it would make a great gift for me, I believe. But what would you be willing to do? You're only one person, we have 6. Surely there's something that you would like that you can't achieve by yourself. So in exchange for our service, what would you like for the cloak on your back?"
You are not the first to approach me with requests for this. He just runs a hand down the cloak. I trust only the blades I already have in hand. Your promises are paper, easily burned. I bargain with what I hold, not with shadows of what yet to claim. How do I know your word means anything to me?
That's why I wish I had a piece of paper from the other guy in the other place, because we did that thing. We found the horn for him, and I could have said, "Look, piece of paper."
Can I could I
yeah, go
subtle
ahead.
spell detect thoughts
Ooh, good.
while the prof haggles?
Sure. So, surface thoughts are annoyance coming from this individual. He said it seems pretty dead set in his ways, not willing to part with this cloak that has made him the Yacht Jar Slayer. He also has a tiny seed of insecurity, having denied a client a kill that he knows very well he will not be able to sort of execute. But that seed of doubt is not centered so much on himself as it is toward the individual in his mind, the angelic-looking assassin at the very far of the crowd, sort of keeping to itself, with these black wings, the skeletal of which can be seen through the few feathers that still remain. This individual was sort of dressed in these black leathers and keeping all the while to itself. The Yatja killer does not fear many individuals, but it fears that creature. So it's sort of keeping its mind focused between that sort of doubt into itself and very much keeping the cloak to itself. Like, the only way you would be able to acquire it is through its dead body. It seems very adamant on that. It very much believes that it is not the Yatja killer without his cloak. And surface thoughts does not seem to feel threatened, even at the mention of, oh, there's 6 of us in the party, we can help you. Like, if that was like a subtle threat of like, we're 6 of you, we know who you are, and, you know, we might be able to find you, he doesn't seem to fear that sort of ambush. That's sort of what he's thinking about, surface thoughts wise.
Tell me, sir, are you really the finest assassin this bazaar has to offer?
I'm fine in my own ways.
Interesting. It's not a very, like, strong sales pitch to be like, I'm special in my own way, because, like, aren't we all? Like, I'm blonde.
You do
know?
not need
like,
to take my word for it. Go ahead. Hire Jim Bob over there. He points toward the shaven, scar-faced, muscular, human-looking, gladiatorial-looking killer across from him. See how long he lasts against targets I can dispatch off.
I suspect that fine person over there, and she points to the, like, skeletal angelic person that she kind of sensed him paying attention to. I suspect they are quite capable without the use of something as simple as a little cloak.
Clearly seems hurt by that. You're pricking a nerve.
I don't know, it just seems so, like, foreboding and intimidating. You seem like, you know, a lizard folk in a big piece of fabric.
Can I ask what you're trying to achieve with the insults?
just to like maybe I was thinking if he's like how do I want to explain this? In denial of it, he might want to remove the cloak and prove himself without it.
That thought doesn't seem to occur to him. With your like thoughts, all he's thinking about is like, I wish somebody would come out and order a contract on you right now. Oh, I would do it for free just about now.
The things I would do if I had telepathic bond right now.
The name of the individual upon which his focus seems to rely on, the angelic figure, comes into mind as well as it surfaces for just a moment. The way he thinks about this individual is jealousy, clearly, but also like reverence at this individual's skill, as he thinks to himself, oh, the Saint of Killers, calling him by his title.
Sorry, I'm ready.
You know, what I would say is I've climbed a lot of social ladders in my life in a lot of different ways. And I've started from the bottom before, and I don't think you're at the bottom. I think actually you're well able at your job here. But the best way to prove yourself to people you revere is to prove that you innately have the abilities that you have, regardless of the context of what's around you.
Can you vanish into the shadows innately?
I would, but my hair is so blonde that it just like catches the light and like shines it everywhere.
Precisely. So I know the value of the things I own. I will not doff this cloak and undo everything I have achieved. It has made me what I am. So here we are at this agreement. As far as proving myself, you've already paid a price. Merely give me a name, and an individual will cease breathing. That will be proof enough.
It's not my name to give, so I won't do any of that. But listen, if you're happy where you are in the middle of the ladder, then you're happy where you are. I hope you have a wonderful time here. Toodaloo.
Just imagining your head on a spike all the while in his mind.
What if we just give the
is
name
there-
of the angel killer, and then he just like maybe dies going against the angel killer, and then we're
The
like,
Saint
okay,
of
well, let's just
of
go snag
Killers?
his
His
stuff real
own
quick.
name.
He's not
Yeah, the Saint
suicidal,
Killer, sorry.
so-
Hey, it's a name.
Yeah, but I
did
offer
she-
a name, and he said that he wouldn't kill himself in that way. So
Give a soul
Yeah.
coin.
Yeah, he could kill himself.
Hey, prove your worth if you're sneaky. Oh, I won't take that on. How about
It's-
2 soul coins and the
Marcella's
5,000
money.
gold? Yeah, I know.
But no, I meant not saying it in reference to what you
He did
do,
not give you
because it doesn't-
suicidal vibes. I will say that much. He knows
the
his worth.
contract's
He's no
contract.
contract. Kill yourself, huh?
He said, "You give me a name." That
Somebody
person will stop
gives
breathing."
you 5,000 gold pieces to kill somebody, not to die from them, to do an assassination job, and then they point at a ancient red dragon. Are you gonna do it? Like, he's not an idiot. He wants to live. He wants to keep killing and earning money. He's not gonna kill himself doing a job he knows he can't do.
We could go find more information on the Saint of Killers and everything.
Yeah, maybe
figure
the
out
Saint
what
of
they're about.
Killers has something.
The Saint
Or
of
we could do the
Killers.
Saint of Killers a favor, and they could command that we be given the cloak.
you know, I come back and like I have the name, a little runt, Marcela del Vivar. Find her.
Whoa.
We could.
Describe this. Do you describe the individual like as he goes through the process that he usually does? Of any information you can give him about anything, any leads, or do you lie about it?
I describe her physically, like.
Okay. Fair enough.
Do I have something I could give him?
No, you can just tell me. If you don't do any deception in terms of naming yourself as a target, he will get on that. Is there anything else you wish to tell him before he will slink away into the shadows and commence his hunt?
Just that's it. Just that.
Okay.
Find the little wretched. Bring me her eyes.
He informs you that he will remain here in the Market of Killers until the day's end, just sort of collecting contracts. And at day's end, he will, you will no longer find him in the city as he will commence his hunt.
Cool.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're not gonna tell him to leave the companions alone or anything? Well, that's gonna be a fight we're gonna be in.
Well, if we kill him, we
anyone-
get the cloak.
Yeah.
Do not kill anybody else. I don't want to pay extra.
He's very well aware. In terms of the Saint of Killers, if you guys are curious, it seems to be a planetar with skeletal wings, a few feathers remaining on them, just in dark leathers. The price of hiring the planetar assassin, which is a planetar, for those of you who don't know, is one of the angels of the heaven. A fallen angel of his own right is 20,000 gold pieces for a soul.
Ooh. Wow.
You know, I heard the ruler of hells can be killed. Can you do it?
No, he cannot. He cannot kill Asmodeus. He does not even entertain that as a joke.
You had to be careful asking for that though too, because as soon as you ask for that, they're gonna be like,
Oh, you're not. He just says in a very calm, reverent, echoing voice, like, "You are not the first to ask this." But the answer remains no. Doesn't seem to be like a, "Oh, you fucked up," like move. Like it's just not something he even jokes about, because it's like it's such a tired request. So many people complaining about the big boss upstairs. Can you imagine if I as a DM just said, "Oh yeah, sure, yeah," and then the campaign over? You did it.
Roll credits.
Cheat code.
Does anyone else want to take another contract here?
Nope.
No.
I have no one that's on my radar.
Yeah, I don't know who killed Tomo.
Okay.
Professor Earhart did one time steal one of my books and claimed it as his own, but no, doesn't warrant such a thing coming across his mind.
Let's keep exploring the market. I think we have the arena.
Can I ask the party a question above the table? What is a better move for a dungeon master to do? To give you guys the full control and agency to do whatever you guys want, and spend thousands of gold pieces to hire an assassin for them to be like, yeah, okay, yeah, word of contract is word of contract, and then send them out for them to clearly die, right? Say like, oh, can you kill Asmodeus? Yes, handshake, 20,000 gold exchanged, and you never hear from the individual again because obviously Asmodeus killed him. But you have agency.
Well-
Or do what I just did, being like, they know what they can and cannot kill.
The
Yeah,
second
I think
part.
it depends on the character. Like, if we had commissioned Jim Bob's cross-eyed smiling at us from the alley, he might be dumb enough to think he can do it. There's like a hubris to it, right?
I guess.
The guy we were talking to with the cloak or the Saint of Killers doesn't have hubris like that. They've got more than half a brain. So I think it's like an in-character decision as opposed to like a meta, like game level
It's
decision.
not even a game level thing. It's just that both the first creature that Ivan named, the Angel Maker, he's like, oh yeah, can you kill the leader of an entire fiendish lair, like the top of the hierarchy? And then like, can you kill Asmodeus? The same deal. It's like they're not gonna go on a suicide mission for no amount of gold coins, sort of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
No, I agree completely. Yeah, they would. I imagine that people have probably tried to kill ancient hags before because they're bad, right? And
They're not
yeah,
biased to
probably-
morals when they kill people. They can kill bad or good people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like they would definitely be valid points of contact for like contracts to kill them, and like, and so
It's not
probably,
because
but
she's
it
a
probably
hag.
doesn't go well.
Yeah, it's not because she's a hag. The Angel Maker is not a target that the Yarjar assassin will go for because she's the ruler of Malbogni, and he will not go for such a powerful individual. That's like, oh, can you get rid of this Spater? No, I'm not gonna kill this Spater.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, not yeah.
Yeah.
Completely. Yeah.
This guy who stole your books, though, that sounds kind of interesting. What about him?
The Planetar says.
Would it be possible to pry for more information on the Unmaker? Because they sent, like, if that was to happen, if that person or entity was to fade or die or something, it would send massive ripples. And then kind of just prodding into that, like, to be like, oh, well, what rumors have you heard of the Unmaker? It has caught my attention here.
I, with confidence, and I hate saying no to players, I with confidence can tell you that the Market of Killers has no such information. You can keep asking soul and soul. These killers act on you giving them information. You giving them all the information,
Right.
or they're using their underground sort of contracts within my, limits that I make for myself to track individuals. The Unmaker is something that your patron has just given a title to an individual they don't even have the name for. They don't know his name.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't know if that was maybe a moniker that was, like, widespread. And I was just checking to see, like, with their assassin network, if they hear things in the shadows, like a rogue network. But yeah, if they don't know, then they don't know. That's cool.
No, I will. This is one of those times where I have to say no. Like this is they have a
that's fine.
specific function in the Market of Killers.
That's cool.
But if you have anybody from your past you wish to be killed or name such a villain,
My bitch ex-wife.
I don't know.
No, I'm just kidding. No, then, well, Marcel, you got a bounty, yeah.
Well, shall we keep exploring the city?
Sounds good.
Somewhere in particular you want to go?
We could have an audience with the supplier. Yeah.
No, that's true.
All that.
It was told that Albert was something of the Amisu, but I didn't catch the word. Did anyone catch it? The ruler of the markets.
Orishada?
Yeah, what it is of Orishada, like her right hand, something like that.
The
Yeah.
Major Dom of Orishada? Alviet?
Ah,
Or-
Majordom. Okay. No,
Right.
It's just I didn't know what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, we can always get an audience and get possibly like stuff directly from the supplier rather than Deos. Or see what else they have to offer. Doesn't hurt to make pseudo friends here.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like there's an opportunity for us to kind of help her out with gathering and maybe get some goodies in return, or maybe a finder's fee.
Yeah, if there's anything Marcella wants with, the hag and stuff. I'm down.
She was not my auntie, but sure, we can do that.
Would you guys be interested, because we're down in the hells and hearing the story of like these great adventurers from years prior, going to fucking, I don't know, what am I trying to say? Like, would there be, from like history or anything, like other sort of type of like celestial figures possibly like down in the hills that would be on this layer that maybe we could help get some good favor for. Like maybe they're being enslaved or used for some kind of purpose.
Your character would
I
not
don't
know
know if the
that off the bat.
Yeah, I didn't know like from like just history. Be like, oh yeah, this person, fell, or this thing was lost. Like some.
The only angelic figure that most infamous known to history was Zariel.
Okay, I don't know if there might be anything else. I don't know if we could liberate some lawful good, maybe people here.
You had that option
While
when
we're
we started
down
this
in the
campaign.
house.
You said no to it.
I wasn't here for the beginning.
Okay.
All right, well, there's no celestial figures here to help, then so be it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Uh,
even know if we would want to disrupt this plane too much because of all the valuables here. Like, we want to continue to be welcomed.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say from passive history alone, just from what you as a academic would know, is if there are such creatures kept here, they will be in Mintiri, which is the prison on his plane.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
know.
there's a market of victims here.
Yeah, and that's what I was also going to try to see to, like, maybe they took, like, a celestial figure of some sort, like, I don't know, just something, and maybe they're, like, putting it in the fighting pit to be like, oh, hopefully one day it'll fall in battle and get ripped apart, and, maybe we have to make, like, an escape plan or something. I didn't know how you guys felt about that, maybe do, like, a side quest to, like,
Sounds to me like you can DM
maybe
next session, maybe. You have such good ideas.
I was just curious. No, I was just checking to see, like, if there was any word or, like, walking through the markets of the killers, hearing little conversations, if there was something that was captured, or, because I want to try to remain as much human as possible and remember, like, oh yeah, the deities and all that
If you
stuff.
give me the next 3 minutes to read something, I can give you a more solid answer of what you can hear as you're keeping an ear out for that, collecting rumors and such, taking the next half an hour to sort of walk about and see what you can hear. I need to read something though, because you're now asking me to go, I'll just tell you straight up, to a whole other part of the module to do with a whole other group patron, and I'm just going to try and merge that with our current story. It's not something I've prepared ahead of time at all, because I asked you guys what you guys want to do, right? And I prepared that. So if you give me some time to read, maybe I can find something.
Yeah, I wasn't saying it had to be this session. I was just keeping an open ear.
Okay.
To be honest, I'm interested in going to the fighting pits or doing something just because we know that things here cost things like soul coins. So anything that we can do to, like, up our econ, right? Like, I'm happy to spend coins on things that add value to the party, but we also don't want to go down to 0 just in case.
Yeah.
Which we're not.
It
But
might
it's
al-
just like, if we can replenish by Kyle on your behalf, I'll say sending Kyle into the pits. it could be. It could be worth it, assuming
Yeah.
Kyle doesn't die.
Could be a team thing, maybe, though, too. Who knows?
Or a team thing,
Yeah.
yeah. I just think
To the
like
arena.
the fighting pits sound like a good
Yeah.
econ opportunity, which
No, I agree.
Amber is not well adjusted to living in a squalid circumstance, so she will do what she can to avoid that.
Professor, give me
And
a
then there's also all
history
that-
check while we're at it.
History? Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. History. Let me make sure I'm. This is a disadvantage because I have 1 level of exhaustion. 21.
A Thrisson
Damn.
history of the Infernal Hells. You've heard about this rumor, not from here, but perhaps Candlekeep, from your colleague, Silver Savicas, the head professor of all things to do with Infernal and the Outer Planes. Aside from Zariel, there were other celestial figures that were dragged into the Hells. More often, they are dragged from places like the Feywilds and such as source of good that can be harnessed by the Hells. For example, unicorns are being used as munition in these tall towers to shoot down like various like rays of purging light. That this whole tower uses a unicorn as a battery, or other such good creatures as a focus. Angels often are among them as such, especially prisoners of the Blood War. In passing, you remember Silverus Havicas mentioning not on this, but a prisoner kept in the lair of Phlegathos, the fiery wasteland, an angel by the name of Anna Gwendol. But it's not here in this, and it's kept in
Yeah.
place much more secure, perhaps.
Okay. I was curious.
It is such a rare thing that it would be a surprise if you found it like right here, right now, in this sort of convenience. Oh, merely like 200 feet from us, an angel. You know, like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting like, oh yeah, that guy over there. Yeah, he's selling it. Don't worry about it.
But if you look
No,
for
that was just keeping
the
it-
spelling
yeah,
of the Deva's name, is Anna Gwendol, spelled like this. I'll put it chat. Anagwendol.
And in Legatos.
Phlegathos is the
Yeah.
fourth layer of Hell, is the fiery wasteland.
Yeah, and that's where me and Juniper gotta go.
That's where my boy is.
That's where my boy is too.
Silveros Avicus was working along with the Hell Riders of Elturel, to try and hire adventurers to free such captives of the Hells.
Okay. No, that's cool.
Yes.
Anything else you guys want to do here in the market?
I would like to visit the victims market, but like Amber said, like let's try the arena to make some coin.
Okay. So,
I'll
Arena?
be honest, probably the least ladylike thing I do in Waterdeep is I like to watch the fights.
It's brutal. Fair enough.
Who gives
just
a
feels
shit
so
about
cathartic.
ladylike?
To the arena then. As you guys take the Gwendolyn there and head over there, across from the barbarity of it all arena, you see a cheering crowd of cheering spectators, as well as grunts of pain and shrieks can be heard here in this arena of terror, alerting you to an open arena floating upon a barge. Several lodges are connected to it. From these buildings, various challengers emerge, either to fight upon a field of battle or to take their place against one another at various tables of various games of chance. And just as you approach, you see a kind of devil knock a piece sideways on a game board and rises, shouting out in victory. The sort of tiefling sitting across from the devil moans as guards drag him into one of the buildings.
So they look like 1v1s.
What, the fights? Yes.
Yeah. And mostly muscle stuff or magic stuff?
You see a few of the fiends use, like one of the fiends has like these various chains tied to his arms, embedding themselves by spiking towards his arms, and he's using magic to sort of levitate the chains and whip them about. Another one of the fiends is using like fireballs as he shoots them, so magic is used in these arenas, yes. If you want to
Asking, like,
participate in these games, feel free to. You can have a fight against various devils and creatures of Nine Hells, or you can participate in games of skills and intelligence. And it seems to be that the main prizes here are soul coins being exchanged.
Baby.
The cost of failure being often a death, as you see a few skulls being smashed in.
I look at
Yeah.
I'll fight for
the
some
Alpha.
soul coins.
What was that, Marcelo?
That look at Juniper and like, how are those diamonds looking, Juniper?
How are what now?
Diamonds.
Diamonds.
Oh, I have some. I
Yeah.
don't ever verify though, so.
Okay.
Other than a few dying
Oh, wait,
victims,
yes,
you
I
can
do.
see
I
like
just lied.
from where the tiefling was dragged into the house, you can overhear screams as being tortured in there. So all sorts of depravities happening here.
But I think Kale wants to get into a fight.
No problem. So
Okay. I'll fight for a soul coin or something.
if you wish to wager a soul coin, no problem. We'll have Kail enter the arena with the party sort of perhaps cheering him on. I'm not gonna tell you guys what to do. I'm just putting the mental image in my head.
I want to be his ring man.
Sure. Role play that out. As you see Kyle, you have to step onto the arena here, and you are facing this chain devil I mentioned from before, as he sort of flips about his chains. What do you do, hype man?
Yeah, as his ring man, I'm gonna be like, he's like Rocky and I'm like the coach, and I'm like, all right, big man, here, take a seat. I just kick up like a little tiny, stool, and like he's so like large and imposing, and if he wishes to sit down, I try to with my small hands try to like loosen him up, put like the towel that I have over my shoulder, and be like, look, I really don't know what I'm doing. I don't know who you're going to be fighting. You're putting a lot on the line, and I thank you for that, and the team is grateful for that. I will do, well, what I can, and trying to get close to the ring and trying to hype him up and trying to get him to focus. Is there like any magical barriers? Is this just raw, bloody, just combat and anything? Like no one's really
You don't see any magical
watching for any
barriers.
funny business? Okay.
Amber will lay a hand on the professor's back and say, if I may do a bit of assistant coaching here.
I'm gonna tag you in.
She'll look at Kyle. She'll kind of grip his shoulders in the same way. She'll say, listen, I've been to a lot of these fights, and what it comes down to more than brute strength or strategy or ability is speed. Dodging, rolling, darting around, and before they can lay their eyes on you, you've already hit them. And with that, she'll cast haste on him.
Nice.
So you are hasted for a minute, and then she'll push you into the ring because it only lasts for a minute. Go.
Okay.
Straight for the eyes. Do it.
So first order of business as this happens, like have Kael roll me initiative to contest this devil of pain before you. As you see stepping into the arena before you is a figure, towering devil made of like entirely of chains. Whole body is wrapped, writhing, barbed links of iron that shift as though alive. Its eyes glow a burning red from a shadowed face, and heavy hooks dangle from its hands and limbs ready to tear and blind and bind. It stands amid the storm of chain that hang and lash in every direction, radiating menace, torment. You rolled a 12 on initiative. I rolled, let me see here, 1d20 plus 5. It gets to act first.
Yeah.
With a rule of 21.
You got this, Kyle.
Let me just read its stat block real quick. The rest of you guys will be acting on Kael's turn if you want to do anything on your turn. The fights are one-on-one, but you can be subtle about it, maybe get away with some stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just reading its stat block real quick.
So above the table, Matt, let me know if you roll within 4 points of any kind of need to do, because I can use Ben's luck.
Or you can just decide when to use Ben luck. One of the chains come lashing about toward Kael with a 21 to strike against your armor class.
It's
Striking you where you stand, you are grappled by the chains as it bite in, and you are restrained in place as it slashes you for 13 damage.
I take 6.
All right, because of your exoskeleton growth. With advantage, a second strike hits for 20 to hit against your restrained form for an additional 12 slashing damage, half to 6. And the devil conjures these fiery chains to bind you in place. Make me a dexterity saving throw. You have disadvantage on this because you are already restrained.
You have advantage on the dexterity, yeah, because of haste. Oh, you should have advantage.
So normal roll
on
for
the
22.
dexterity saving throw from haste, so it would be flat.
22 saves against it. On a save, the chain wraps around you and you just hastily dodge out of the way, and it just disappears right above you where it was meant to grab your form, and you suffer none of its unnerving actions. It locks gaze upon you, giving you then your turn.
okay. I will. You said I am grappled.
You're restrained, yes.
I will bonus action separate my shield so it's floating. I will activate Great Sword Sharp.
Am I the only one who is having connection problems where I can only hear half of what Matt is saying, or is everybody else experiencing that as well?
I feel it's the
heard him.
I
mic,
hear him.
but I feel like they're talking away from the mic sometimes.
All I heard is I'm gonna get my shield out, and then he cut off. But I'm assuming by the rules.
I
heard the
use
rest.
my bonus action to release my shield,
Okay.
and then I'm attacking with my Great Sword of Sharpness. The first one, I rolled a 1, and so I graze for 5 damage. 25 to hit on the second one.
Strikes.
18 damage, and I push him, or actually, I will knock him prone for no save. And yeah, and then I will attack a third time. For 14 damage. Action surge. As I unleash, as he falls, I
Does
kind of
haste
see.
does haste give him advantage on his attacks too?
Not on the attack, I don't believe.
Okay.
He's prone. I have attack. I have
Gotcha.
advantage when he's. Yeah. So.
I know. I'm just asking in between. Okay. Strikes for 14 slashing damage. You can see that even though your weapon is magical, the slashing damage gets blocked by the sheer amount of chain mail covering this creature, as he takes half of that magical slashing damage.
Sorry, a quick question, guys. Where that great sword +3 came from?
It's oil of
He
slippery-ness.
bought it and then bought an oil of sharpness.
Yeah.
So he used the oil. The oil lasts a minute.
No, so they read the rules. It takes a minute to apply, and then the effect continues.
Okay, my bad.
For 1 hour,
The poison, I think,
for 1
is-
hour, the coated weapon is in effect
Oh.
is from 2014, and then I read the Dungeon Master's Guide 2024 just to get. It's
That's
still in
fine,
effect
I-
either
I
way for
was
this fight.
temporarily-
Yeah, it's still in effect for this
Yeah.
fight.
Okay.
Another strike with your great sword lands for 20 damage.
He is. I will sap him with that one, so his next attack has disadvantage. He doesn't have a weapon. Like the chains are his weapon, right?
Correct.
And graze for 5. And I will.
Wow.
I'm going to.
Yes.
I'm gonna menacing strike him. DC 17 Wisdom on my last attack.
Wisdom saving throw of 17 plus bonus for 21.
Okay, so he saves, but he takes 10 more damage.
All right, rising from the ground, sort of hover thanks to his chains, sort of like
Sorry,
Dr.
was
Oz.
that your action surge? Was that the
It
action
takes another
surge?
damage, and
We weren't
with
done yet,
my
apparently.
weapon mastery, I will push him back 10 feet. So he's ending my turn. He's 10 feet away from me and prone.
I'm
Did
gonna
you
trust.
take a hasted attack?
Oh, I did not take my extra attack.
So you get one
It's an
more
extra
attack from,
action.
or one more action
him
from
up.
Yeah.
haste,
It's
but
a
it
whole
can only
action.
be one attack, even though your attack action might typically be multi-attack.
Gotcha.
So you should get one more.
All right. I'll move 10 feet to him to attack him one last time. Uh, 25 to hit. 20 damage, and I'll push him 10 feet again.
Just as about to collapse at the edge of the arena, sliding into the waters below, he manages to catch himself on the ledge there, and using half his movement to sort of rise up from the ledge and prop himself up 5 feet away from the ground, just like Dr. Octopusing it, with the various chains cascading off his body to sort of rise himself up off the ground and slash at you back. You are still restrained because you did not aim the grab condition, so 2 advantageous attacks against you with its chains will be a 25 to hit and a 26 to hit.
Both hit?
With your resistance, the total damage would be, from both strikes, 26. You can have that if you have resistance to it. Slashing damage. And it begins to sort of circle you around the arena, using its many sort of tentacles to strafe sideways like 15 feet across the arena, sort of trying to flank you, find a weakness, all the while locking gaze with you as you see those eyes begin to glow to intimidate you, giving you the turn and the rest of the party if they wish to do anything.
Professor Isaac is going to root, but also go with the ebb of the ebb and flow of the battle, the back and forth. But for me, knowing he's a Goliath and everything, I would kind of say out loud, like, we should try to let him fight his own battle. He's got the warrior spirit of a Goliath, and I feel like if we were to interfere, unless in his dire moments, it would, not be right for him. And
Amber's just intensely focused on maintaining haste on him.
I scream to the devil like, keep going! I bet 10 coins on you!
I will start out with a menacing attack. So DC 17 wisdom save. Let's see if it hits first. 31 to hit.
15 is with advantage. I rolled a 9.
Okay, so he is frightened. And he takes 24, or sorry, he takes 33 damage from that attack. Second attack, 20 damage, and I will sap him, so his next attack against me is at disadvantage. And third attack, graze. And then I'll take my haste action to try to escape the grapple. Forgot about it. So I have advantage against escaping grapples as powerful build.
With a roll of 22, you escape the grapple, shattering the chain surrounding you.
And it's my turn. He's frightened, and he can't move toward me. I think he's next to me anyway. I didn't push him.
End of turn.
End of turn.
Still frightened of you and losing the battle, the bloodied devil clutches onto its wounds and sends 2 more of the chains towards you with disadvantage to strike against past your armor. I rolled a 11 to miss and 21 to hit.
For the miss, I'm going to riposte the miss.
Meaning?
I just spend one of my things to when a creature misses you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction, expend 1 superiority die to make a melee attack roll with a weapon you hit. Add the superiority die to the attack's damage. So I critical hit.
Oh shit! Nice.
Woo! Get it.
That's the crit damage, and then plus 8 more, so 38 slashing damage. And I will push him 10 feet with that attack.
I just don't want to interrupt. You do that. Anything else?
That's it.
A creature that misses you in that you can make your action expend 1 superiority die to make a melee weapon like attack. Oh, it can crit. That's pretty good. Nice. Massive hit there. It lifts its gaze, now wishing to lose, and will go ahead and start its turn, trying to, again, lash you in place with 2 chains, still attacking with disadvantage because it's frightened. It's 2 attacks to. Oh wait, it was still its turn. That was your reaction. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was your reaction.
Sorry. So my initial hit missed. You riposte. The other one hit for 21 damage for 14 slashing damage. For that strike I rolled against you, it'd be 7 damage because you have resistance.
So my question is, do those attacks happen at the same time, or one
They
after
will
the
happen
other?
one after the other, just like attacks D&D happen.
Does he need to be in melee range for within 5 feet of me to make?
I have reach. These chains have reach.
Okay. Okay. I thought I was being smart. So the second attack, how much damage?
14 damage, half to 7 because of your resistance.
Okay.
And as the hook finds purchase in your chest, it attempts to sort of rail you in and conjure various infernal chains around you. It's going to be another dexterity saving throw from you, please.
I don't have advantage on that, so it would be 17.
17
You have
beats
advantage
DC
on dex saves
because of haste.
Oh, I have
Because of
advantage,
the-
so 21.
because of
Yeah, okay.
haste.
Yeah. So a 21 does succeed against a DC of 15 as the chains disappear once more. And that's going to be the end of his turn as combat continues.
Okay, I will.
As you start your turn, I'm just going to use the one time for my reaction here. Whenever a creature starts its turn within 30 feet of me, the devil lifts his unnerving gaze, 2 pinpoint red eyes lock with you. It's a wisdom saving throw from Kael here at the beginning of your turn. Failure against a frightened effect. Stealing yourself.
I have advantage.
Nice. You steal yourself from the gaze. Get to use the rest of your turn to slay the beast. How do you want to do this?
I'll walk up unceremoniously. I just hit him 3 times in quick succession, like I was hitting a practice dummy. I've done this before. He's a chain demon. I really don't particularly care. You know what I mean?
I don't. You tell me what it means.
Oh, so yeah, I just kind of unceremoniously 3 powerful swipes through him as he drops dead, and turn around and ask for my soul coin. Or take it from his corpse, if that's how it's done. I don't know how it's done.
One of the devils at the edge of the rink will go ahead and flip your coin towards you for you to catch as the devil at your feet slowly disintegrates into ash and dust, leaving behind only a pile of rusty chains.
Excellent.
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bugbear.
And I'll go to my party and flip the coin. As it, I do believe it. Does it burn me as I hold it?
Are you holding more
Or
than
this
you can
whole
hold? It's made from infernal
I think
iron.
I'm only
Yes,
holding. I'm only holding
Soul
one.
points did we already spend?
it is made from infernal iron,
Four.
which is iron, so it does burn you for 7 fire damage as you catch it.
We've spent 4, so then we were at 6. Now we're at 7.
Yeah, but
Yeah, he was more asking,
like,
is it made from iron? Does it burn
gave
you
up
because this is
their
this?
coins.
Oh, we gave them up. Oh.
I gave
Yeah,
up my
I'll-
2 coins that I had.
I know Orikai said that she could hold a bunch, so I'll give them to her.
Yeah, I can hold 4.
Tom, you said there were other games, or it was only fighting?
There are other tests here. There's a test of skill and a test of wits as well.
Well, we got to congratulate our boy. Kyle,
Yeah,
you
right,
did
Jennifer.
wonderful.
Juniper in owl form is gonna fly onto his shoulder and then cast Cure Wounds on him, just to make sure he's in tip-top shape.
That's nice of you.
9.
Kyle,
I
you
don't know
have
how
a
much you
warrior
actually like,
spirit.
but yeah, and like trying to be like not obvious.
He doesn't
about it
look
till, like,
very.
third tip
He
top.
doesn't look very hurt by the fight. Some bumps and some scrapes, but it didn't look like
Okay. She saw you get hit a couple times. She was worried about you.
I give her a gentle scratch on the top of her owl head.
Aw. She like leans into it. Like, oh, that's nice.
Cool. Anybody else want to play a game?
I was thinking on jumping with Orikai and try or skills in it,
Sure.
if Orikai is open.
The test of skill
Certainly.
is offered by you see like there's a horn devil sort of involved in a complicated game of knot tying, and there is an Arian yes angel, sort of devilish angel like horns and stuff, competing to see who can like calm this enraged hellcut looking creature. So far, they seem to be winning their share of coin piles, as various individuals try and challenge them. One of them gets mauled by the Hellcat, and the other one gets dragged into those nearby houses for torture, so they seem to be unbeaten yet. That is a test of skill.
I'll try that. Like, they give me the rope, or I need to bring my own rope? Honest question.
They give you the rope.
Okay, yeah, I'll try that.
Okay, so, the knot time, can you give me, as you face off against the Horn Devil, can you give me a sleight of hand check perhaps, unless you wish to go about this another way?
Yeah, sleight of hands, like Marcellus task, and I'm gonna use a locking point on this to get advantage on the roll. So I click twice. 1, 2. 23 in sleight of hands.
So you guys watch this. You can describe your own actions, but this will be a success.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
I wait for the Hellcat to attack me.
This is
when
the rope
he-
tying. Why do you want to do the Hellcat?
It's rope tying. I thought I was.
You
rope
asked
tying a
about the
Hellcat.
rope.
Okay. Okay. So I'm hot tying a Hellcat, or I'm confused on this.
There are 2 skills of test of skill. One is
Okay.
a rope tying contest
Yes.
against a Horn Devil, and the other game is an Aaron Yes is trying to calm an enraged Hellcat.
Okay, against the Horn Devil. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Yes.
yeah, I passed my. I'm not picturing this well. I'm sorry. Like I would like to help, but I'm not picturing the scene.
Do you know what the knot tying is? A game of knot tying.
No.
It's
That's why,
a
like,
survival-based skill where you either by having worked aboard a ship or otherwise set up camp and such, you tie knots for various uses, whether to string something up or carry a load, etc. It is a test of skill.
Okay. I make the fate of the horn of the devil with the tie. I guess that's what I did.
You'll make the what of the devil?
The face of the devil.
Your animal ballooning a rope? Sure.
Yes.
You make a little rope effigy of the devil and like, easy. Done. All the while, Orikai is facing the other side of the arena here as they bring out this hellish-looking Hellcat for you to tame. Which skill do you wish to use as the Aranias floats by your side, trying to sort of susurrate this animal in calmness with her magic?
Sorry, what did you ask? Sorry?
Does Orikai wish to participate in the game of skills?
Yes.
You are faced with a Hellcat. That the test of skill is to calm it somehow. Which skill do you wish to use, or any magic in your repertoire, etc.?
I'm going to try to use wait, would nature work in the house?
Please tell the DM what you want to do, and I'll tell you if it's possible or not.
I'm going to try to calm it by using my understanding of nature.
Sure, so like animal handling, or like are you trying to recall in your like nature check? You have two choices here.
Nature check.
Okay, sure. Go ahead and roll me a nature check to see if you can recall anything about cat-like feline creatures, even though the creature you're facing before you is sort of a skeleton of like a hellcat, of almost like tiger-like in size, wrapped in this ethereal shell of like purples and yellows, with eyes, teeth glowing in front of you, and rage. To call upon your nature check, what did you get on the roll there?
We have 23.
Okay. How would you like to flavor a success? You're faced with this Hellcat.
Orakai is thinking back on their time of being a scout wandering through the woods and reading texts that they could find about different creatures. They are trying to recall anything that they can remember about anything that they ever read about Hellcats.
With the fusion of that knowledge and also your nature knowledge coming from your drow background, you would know about the Bezakira. The Bezakira are these fiendish hellcats, often summoned from the depths of hell by ambitious warlocks and such, possessing a unique ability to detect both the alignment at your heart and the strength of an individual, sort of via this telepathic link. You can feel it prying into you, making a connection, trying to assess how much of you is prey and how much of you is not a threat, searching for you, any shred of you being a powerful master, of any sort of lawful bindings within your heart that would honor it in serving you and you being its master. And all the while, it's honing in on your soul here. The Bazakira are... what else can I tell you about them with a nature check to aid you in this? You also know there are creatures of illusion, often using forms of themselves as lures. And as you watch the shimmer of its form, you realize that the creature you are looking at, it's illusory. It's not really there. And at the corner of your eye, you can see a shimmer of a semi-invisible form creeping in close towards you all the while. So while the Aranias angel is focused on this illusion, trying and failing to calm it because it's not targeting anything substantial, you can tell off the peripheral vision to your left, the Hellcat is creeping semi-invisible towards you. Wraith-like.
I'm going to turn towards the Hellcat and say in a deceptively calm tone, I can see you. I know you're there. And I'm going to try to intimidate.
Sounds good. You can roll me intimidation here or animal handling, up to your choice here. I'm give you an advantage on this roll just because of your high nature recall of this creature, the Bazakura. As a scout attempts to intimidate the animal. What do we have for the roll?
I have a 21.
The creature begins to back off away from you, shifting its eyes toward the Aranyes, lured in by its, lure by the fake self. You watch as it leaps through the air past you and bites onto the Aranyes' shoulder, causing her to fail this challenge. The creature then lands paws first on the ground, turns its face towards you, and gives you the subtlest of nods with it. This very rare phenomenon of getting a blink from a greater cat.
Orakai gives a cool smirk and a nod back.
As the creature sits down on the ground, seemingly tamed and not wishing to harm this creature that has earned its respect, you hear the clink of metal as somebody flicks a infernal iron coin in your direction. The burning iron glows red hot as it approaches your face and hands and body. Do you catch? Do you let it fall on the ground?
I'm going to try to grab the edge of the cloak that I'm wearing and catch it by holding the cloak.
Roll me a dexterity check, just because you're doing multiple things at once here to see if you manage to catch. And look awesome with doing it.
At some point during these trials, Kyle feels the haste wear off and his bones weigh heavy for just a moment until he gets his wits back about him.
18.
You catch the coin as Kyle sort of feels lethargy wash over him, and the party has earned yet another soul coin into your collection. The last test of wits here, as both Orakai and Marcella return. Marcella, you get to keep a 50-foot piece of rope. It's scorched on either end, but otherwise can be good rope. Nobody seemed to have wanted to take it away from you, so you just have it.
Beautiful. Now I have to figure out how to unknot it.
The last test of which, if anybody is interested in it, is against this bloated frog-like Amnesu devil that seems to be playing a game of dice, popular to 9 hells. It's a simple test of like sort of intelligence to try to outwit it in this game, but it's optional. It's up to you.
I, as the player, Nick, not very intelligent and witty, but my character will do it.
Okay. All the while, you know, we can say that the fighting pit happens, the taming of the greater cat happens, the rope tying happens. You sit down against Amnesu as he smells ear to ear. Go ahead and give me that intelligence check, and you can flavor it however you wish as you guys engage in a game of wits like over dice.
What kind of like dice game is it? Like
Liar's Dice, ever played?
I think I know what you're saying. Yeah.
You roll
so.
you roll 3 dice. You put like an infernal iron cup over it, which by the way you have to touch. Well, or you know, figure it out. Like you do whatever you do, but it's an infernal iron cup that he seems to put over his dice, and you have to bluff how many of a number you have essentially. So it's a game of wit, deception, a little bit here. I'm summarizing it in rules. Okay. But that's pretty much what we're facing here.
Okay. You said it was just an intelligence check?
Unless you want to get more creative with it, it's just an intelligence check, yeah.
I'll fill it out first with the intelligence check, and using my ring and kind of tapping into that power, the puzzler's wit, it'll give me advantage on it. Intelligence. What the hell? Why aren't you working? Is that it? Yeah, there we go. 22.
Okay, 22. Excellent. You are awash with confidence that you have got this guy on the ropes here. As you figure out anything else you want to flavor this as, just give me a DC 18 intelligence saving throw as well, please.
Okay. Peering into the eyes and kind of looking for tells and using just pure mathematics and racking the numbers in my brain, almost like as if I was like counting the statistics and everything. Just kind of going through that. I will kind of raise an eyebrow, look at my, dice and everything, and then for the save, this will be here for a 16.
For a 16?
Yes.
Okay. Partial success. You feel a sting of psychic energy wash over your mind as this devil is trying to pry into your mind, read the number you've just witnessed beneath your cup, and try and cheat this game. Your consciousness can push away this prodding, but you will suffer damage if you just fight that prodding, or you can just let it through. The choice is yours.
Nah, I'm a man. Like I gotta win this. I gotta have like control over the situation and express my wits, and I'll fight that.
So building like a mental fortress against this, you take 29 psychic damage from a wave of this amnesiac forgetfulness beginning to wash over you, and you just fight against it, resist it, and it comes to pass, living just a small, hollow, sickening feeling, leaving you a little bit lightheaded, but you retain a number. You did not forget a number. You still have it. You can still announce it. How do you flavor a win?
Ooh, I will flavor the win by kind of taunting him and knowing that I'm correct and giving him all the possibilities. Like, oh, with this die you could have done this, and that die you could have done that. But however, my superior intellect said I already had this, and with the roll of the die, the odds are in my favor. The hells support me and not you. You will fade into the fires, and I will prosper forever. Also, I wrote many books, and you're nobody.
You just hear a whole bunch of like backing imp behind you just go ooh, got him.
Yeah.
As you reveal your dice dramatically and win the game of wit there, earning yourself the third and final coin of these games here. Sparing yourself. Okay. I'm gonna say you didn't really announce that you were using anything to cover your hand all the while. While you were matching wits, you had to like restrain yourself from crying out in pain as you're grabbing the hot cup. Yeah. You suffer 7 fire damage from the game, but earn yourself the coin that can be, put away by the party as you wish. That is the highlight of the arena, really. It's more of that happening, but once you make your winnings, it's kind of like, nobody wants to rise to your challenge at that point once you beat the best. So for the time being, that will be it for now for this place.
Hell yeah. Professor's gonna hit the gritty.
Amber catches his eye while he's grittying and gives her the tiniest little head shake. That's just like, that's not cool.
No! I swear, all my students do it.
From this
I'm expressing
semester?
superiority. Yeah.
Prof.
Some of the brightest students, and they're teaching me. I teach them intellect, and they teach me the social norms.
What's the highest?
In Candlekeep.
What's the highest passive perception in the party? I think we established that in the previous session. Was it
19 with Marcella?
Nice.
Universe.
Yeah, the scout and Marcel would probably notice at this point. What's Juniper's as well? You said.
My what?
Passive perception. Just so I know.
11.
11? I don't think it's Juniper's. But Marcella, your keen eyes would notice. You see a few bat-winged imps, red-faced and such, in the light of the braziers on the roofs, and they're keeping an eye on the crowd, and some of them have locked eyes and are whispering among themselves as they're sort of pointing a finger toward you and your group, sort of whistling and you see a few of them take on a raven shape, and fly off toward the palace of Orishada.
Looking at Amber, I think our invitation is coming soon.
Seems like it.
Do you have our letter of recommendation?
Not like a letter, but that merchant likes us.
That will suffice. Should we check the theater and the market of victims, or should we make our presence known?
After hitting the gritty like super hard, he kind of like holds his head. The professor is like kind of holding his head. I'd be like, that scoundrel was up to something, trying to peer into my mind, but my mind's eye was better. And I'm getting a little like, I could do some more social stuff, but what am I trying to say? I'm a little bit low on health. I'm getting a little fucked up again.
I mean, I do love public art. I don't want to not hit the theater, but I'm sure it's been a few hours here in the marketplace, so we might have to decide if we want to meet today, or probably otherwise it would be best to wait till tomorrow so that we can have our disguises again for a longer time.
Seeming lasts for like 8 hours.
Yeah, like,
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
cool.
8
I don't know how
hours.
many hours
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
been. How many hours has
Probably
it
been a
You,
few.
you have another 5 hours left for seeming,
Oh.
at least.
I'll push to continue.
By the by, Marcella, give me a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
By the by, a quick little wisdom save.
11.
11? Okay.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. That's it.
Uh-oh.
Don't think about it. Oh, fuck.
You're an
Okay.
evil man, Tom. You're evil.
Hagastic. It's giving hag.
Cool.
Great. Love it.
Or Marcelo's getting assassinated right now.
Anybody has blind sight? Not blind sight. True sight?
No.
Don't worry about it.
No.
Don't.
Oh, great heavens.
I don't like that, Tom.
They should have taken that
Makes me
spell.
nervous.
It's okay, guys. I'm full health yet.
For now.
But for now. But do we check the arts, the victims, or meet Albert or Orishada? I don't know who is waiting.
Orshada's palace, Alviet is the major domo. You know what a major domo is?
Yeah.
No.
It's like a head butler.
Oh.
Remember Adam's family? Remember, what's the name of the tall fellow?
Is it
Grunt?
Lurch? No.
Lurch.
Is-
Grunt?
Grunt.
It's so
What is this, a
Lurch.
Pokemon game?
Lurch was the Adams family's major domo. It's just like a butler figure, some a
Okay.
house taker.
Yeah. And you said that's Elvet.
Yeah.
Okay. I wouldn't mind going to see Elvet while we have the disguise up, because who knows how much time we would have in the, the theater of everything. Plus, the theater, I'm thinking like dead bodies strewn everywhere, like Gore Fest, like, I don't know. I'm just like, oh, that sounds awful.
You just
I'm thinking
see like a
cultural
horn
intel,
devil turn
though.
Yeah.
his head around his like shoulder to sort of just glare at you like, as you say that.
I mean, it's because it's not of my intellectual stimulus and big brain. I am above that, you barbarians, because I'm so evil.
The horn devil just spits on the ground, like the spittle catches fire midway through the air and just sizzles on the ground as he walks away.
What if I just winced at the interaction?
I forgot, I'm super evil. See all my markings.
I gritty evilly.
Yeah. Professor, what's the worst
what
thing
if
you've
I-
ever done that's evil? Like, I never returned my books from the library.
That's fucked up.
Mordecai is going to turn to Isaac and be like, okay, no more of that. We keep our thoughts as inside thoughts.
Don't worry, TX got him. Next time he says something so foolish, I'll hit him in the nuts. That'd be our
will not
signal.
happen. He just looks at team. He's like, that will not happen. And he's a small little man.
To quote the Slayer, you will not see me coming. I am one with the shadow, and he just sort of creeps behind a crate. Like,
I just take like my two fingers, like you point them at your eyes, and I'm like back at him.
So does the party wish to navigate towards Shadow's Palace then? Yeah.
I would
Sounds
say
good.
that while we have
Yeah.
the disguise up, but if I'm open to anything.
I'm pretty
Okay.
open to that over here.
I'm okay with that. I just put on the chat that we are missing the theater, market of victims, the garden, the Tower of Thieves, prison, and the House of Albert.
All right. Just we need to keep ourselves really composed when we're visiting because we don't want to get run out of town, right? Because there's other stuff we want to do. So let's keep it chill, keep it respectful, and try to make good use of this introduction we're getting.
I shall announce the party once we arrive there. I think that's a good idea. Let me just get us a boat. And he jumps into one of the nearby gondolas and just punches an imp in the face and makes him like fall into the water and just grabs the paddle. I got us a boat.
Excellent job.
Certainly
You know-
effective.
Now that I've been thinking about it, and I just wanted to take a minute to reflect, is that when I first arrived here and I met you all, I thought I might be doomed from the start. And hard to admit, I was wrong. Each of you have displayed great courage, knowledge, ferocity, and I just wanted to let you know that I'm very proud of our work so far.
Thank you. That's so kind. I feel like you never seemed like you were gonna like have a hard time here. I'm not gonna say you fit into the hells, but like you fit in with us. It makes sense.
Oh no,
to
I
be
did.
together.
I'm so out of place here. Like I said, I would die if it was just me. So, but I thank you very much for your continued support. Oh,
Yeah,
as I was saying, no, go ahead. I cut you off.
No worries. Like I would say, yeah, you'd probably die by touching something that you shouldn't.
Still remains to be seen that everyone else got to touch something and I didn't, but I'll let it go. Bygones, he's like steaming about it. He's like, no. I wanted to touch the thing. Kale got to touch Kale, and that was unfair. But I'll let it go.
I'll have to review session to see what Abby said there, because that sounded super Irish, and I was like, I couldn't follow.
Yeah, it was like that character in Brave where they
Yeah.
just speak in like Scottish, huh?
Kudos to Nick for understanding.
I love
I
it.
did not catch that, but okay.
It was very funny.
No, what I was trying to say from the beginning is that we've come together and been helping each other, and where one is weak, one is strong, coming together as a team. And I think this would be the proper time, and I might be wrong. I'm just a man behind the desk and the candle keep, but don't adventure type groups and people have, heroic names and titles they go by. I feel like it's time maybe we should think of.
Ooh, a brand. I like it.
Yes, that I'm open for suggestions, or maybe we let time, do its thing and it'll naturally come to us. But while we are here and we are getting a little bit of recognition, it wouldn't hurt.
I agree, but maybe we discuss this on the boat and not out in the open.
Oh, yes. Walk and talk, yes. Or maybe we should think of two names. We have the name that we know as from the people above, and our deeds up there. And then we could have our evil one, like the Black Hand or something. That's evil.
We are not using the Black Hand.
Okay, it was just a suggestion. Don't crucify me.
What's wrong with the Black Hand?
Crucify him, crucify him.
I'm getting my nails out.
Yeah, I just thought it might be fun. Think of a name.
It could be
The
The
called
Black Hand. That's
Freddy
the
Fingers.
I'm not doing Freddy's fingers. That just sounds.
There's
And
Freddy,
what
and then there's 5 of us. Like a hand.
Freddy's brain dead.
There's 6 of us.
It's sexy.
Freddy can be fixed. Juniper just hasn't had the
time or knowledge to do it yet.
Freddy's
Uh,
fingers
what
plus
about-
one more finger.
That's just making me think of the movie Freddy Got Fingered.
Well,
It's
it
like,
could be
"Daddy, would
like
you
a
like some
cat with
sausage?"
polydactylism. They have 6 fingers.
Yeah.
Freddy's polydactyl fingers. It doesn't
Ooh,
quite
maybe-
have the.
Well, I was gonna say maybe the evil name would be Death's Cowl. Oh, that's spooky.
Okay,
Like the
that's better than
Assassin
that.
Guild in Waterdeep?
Yeah, I really like that name. I just use it for everything. I reuse it so much. No, I just thought it'd be fun to think of something maybe in the next week to come.
I'll brainstorm for sure.
Yeah.
Isn't that
But the
isn't that
professor
a
is
strike
warming up
cruiser in
you guys.
40k?
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
Definitely
I was like, this is familiar from I know this from somewhere.
I've been on a 40k kick for like the last 2 weeks. I've been reading so much lore, and I'm like, dude, what a fucking turbo nerd I am right now.
Good for
Turbo
you.
nerd is an awesome phrase.
Yeah. Use it this week.
Somebody
in,
will say
a sentence.
it could be like the party name, you know?
Yeah, that's what would be our party name. We could have 2 names
does
because like we're evil, and then we would also have our name that we're known by if we somehow find good people down here. Or maybe one that's neutral.
How about Kael and the 5 friends who help him?
No. I did some big brain moves the last time. It would be Professor Dizeroth in the Band of Misfits or something. I teleported. Okay, I made a sick play. Y'all were there. Professor. Big wrinkles.
We're
Brain.
what? You're
Sorry,
using
alright,
big
let's go.
wrinkles brains now?
I got big brain, many wrinkles. Other people, smooth brain, less wrinkles.
Okay. Orakai says, clearly not entirely following.
It's okay. We'll walk and talk. We'll think of names, and we'll go to the Elvet.
So the gondola drifts silently across the black waters, its hull sort of cutting a narrow wake beneath the skies bruised with fire and ash. All the while you guys are talking, you notice not one of those like orbs of iron streak across the skies, probably like blasted off from like a mountainous mine across the skies and crashes somewhere in Agora. Where it crashes, you hear yells at first, and then like immense cheering as people start like fighting over the debris of the iron ore. I rolled a 6 again, but off somewhere else.
Yay!
All the while you guys are traveling
Nothing better be.
through the Agora, you notice more of those imps spy on you through the rooftops here and there. TX rows with slow, deliberate strokes, the lantern swinging at the prow, casting jagged ripples of gold across the surface. So ahead of you guys, Orshada's palace looms like a nightmare wrought in iron, stone. This fortress that seems less built and more like forged into the actual rock. Tiered walls climb toward a jagged crown of spires, each one vomiting smoke and flame into the stormy dusk. Chains, like thicker than a man's torso, anchor the colossal edifice to the shore. It links groaning under like the strain of it all. Firelight seeps from like great cracks in the walls, spilling like molten blood into the waters below. The closer you draw, the more the gondola feels dwarfed in size, swallowed in the shadow of this infernal citadel. Around its base, smaller boats drift like carrion feeders circling a corpse, their crews chanting, trading, or waiting with silent anticipation for something. TX does not look back at you all the while, but you hear his voice rasp low. The lady watches from her throne above. Tread carefully, for every eye here is hers. So, yeah, the palace at the center of the Agora. We hear. What do you do before this vast leviathan of a place? There is directly in front of you. The only way, easy way in, it is. Seems to be like a massive double doors at its front. Upon the double doors is like this iron knocker.
If knocking the door, I'll bring out like the wand of detect magic, activate it, and with the wand knock the door.
Meanwhile, I'm just gonna be on the way there, the trip, just taking in the atmosphere, describing it in like a notebook, really trying to capture like the essence of the place, so I can have this upon successful getting out of the hells. I can bring it back and publish more.
For those who come after. Okay. So, knocking the door. First of all, detect magic. You post it out. Who here does not carry magical items among the various creatures all throughout this place? So you get pretty much overwhelmed. The knocker itself is mundane, though. Simply made of iron and enchanted in the ways of this. But not touching it and lifting it up with a wand, it sort of knock twice as gravity makes it fall toward the door. And when the knocker is used, you see a slot screeches open just below eye level, revealing only darkness within. From the darkness beyond the slot, an imp's grating voice hisses, "State your business. None interrupt or shudder without a cause."
We came to see Albert. We ran out of concentrated order, and a nice merchant was kind enough to point us on to his source.
Ah, I shall usher you forth toward the Majordomo at post haste. Of course, clients. You hear the slot close. As it shut, a series of locks and gears grind within the door until the portal opens inward. The heat that gushes out is stifling, but you get a look at what is inside. As this imp takes you in for those looking for services of Vershada and her Majordomo, keep in mind that they seem to be dealing in like assassinations, murder contracts, inferno entertainment, exotic contraband, unique magical services, etc. So this is sort of what the imp is taking you in for here. Let me take a look here. You know what? Actually, it's 9:09. I think this will be a good place for us to sort of leave things in suspense and pick it up next session.
Sounds
Yeah,
good
that might
to
be
me.
good. Yeah.
Alright.
Sounds good.
As the party is
I
like
like
sort
Just
of
sad.
ushered into like a large oval room by the imp, it quickly scurries away, leaving you alone with this figure at the center of the room. Behind her, the floor to ceiling window overlooking the Agora is sort of opened, allowing the smoke and stench of the city to penetrate the air. The sparsely furnished room you find yourselves in is dominated by a large stone table. On it is like a weathered chessboard set up, the pieces positioned in what appears to be a game in progress. And you are faced with Elvette, the Majordomo. She stands beside the table, studying the game set before her, appears deep in thought, and she doesn't quite pay you guys any attention. I guess I'll suspend us with a quick just image of where we're at and Elvette.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
Ooh.
And we'll pick up from here next session. Does anybody have any lingering questions as we close things off?
What does Elvet look like?
Elvette looks like a woman in her, I would say, 50s to 60s, though she's very well put together. A noble in occult gold jewelry. A set piece is set above her forehead, clipped to her, front of her hair, where it sort of is not even braided. It's just loose black hair that falls like raven feathers across her shoulders, across her back, and this gold ornamental piece, symmetrical in design, sort of holds the hair at the very top of her head, where two black horns cascade, sort of weaving to and through like waves on either side of her head. Half her face is almost like singed black, or otherwise dunked in some sort of a dusting paint, or maybe that's just the color of her skin as it blemishes into this dark color, and it's exactly half, exactly bisecting her face into wine. Her eyes are like softly glowing orange, and Her other side of the face is powdered white, the way like French nobles of days past would powder their faces, sort of thing, really paling it. She wears a golden necklace with a star or kite-like shape, embellishing it. It just seems to be something to ornament her beautiful neck. So she seems haggard and old, but not in a sense of like, bent over. Just with the ages, still holding on to a certain aspect of beauty. Her one hand is equally cinched black, where claws instead of nails are, and she seems to be studying a game of this chess before her as she lifts her face to greet you. But we'll pretty much pick up from here next session as to what she says and how this goes.
Cool.
I don't know why, but she kind of reminds me of like Cruella de Vil for some reason.
Mm.
I don't know why.
The horns are giving Maleficent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that too.
Maleficent.
Yeah.
I think
the
it's
black
probably
and
the
white.
skin that's giving you Cruella de Vil, because like she's like
Mm.
Yeah.
The way the
Like
wrinkles
white
fall,
hair,
the way
yeah.
she smiles and stretches taut like that, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think Cruella de Vil had like, like a black and white aesthetic to her.
That too.
Obviously the Dalmatians and all that too.
I will
Yeah,
note something
it was
of
a good session.
I will note something of
Yeah, fun
interest.
session, thanks.
There's like a fireplace behind her and a mantelpiece ornamented. This whole place is very much noble and fancy in its design. Many candles illuminating the room. There are two pieces of interest sort of hanging behind her. One is a portrait that is completely black. It's just black canvas framed by gold. And above this vertically placed portrait above the mantelpiece, hangs a horn made of white bone with a golden mouthpiece, and it's sort of set with jades and other green gemstones. Clearly a magical item. I don't know who among you is familiar with a horn of Valhalla, but it does feature along its bejeweled rim of the other side where the horn sort of widens. Along that golden rim, it features like dragons and Viking-like figures in horn helmet, sort of mid-battle with the dragon. It is a Horn of Valhalla, which is an item that would pretty much be known to heroes of the realm adventuring in this world. It is a legendary item by its own right, and it seems to just casual and hanging on the wall behind her. So,
Dang.
just in case we have any sticky-fingered rogues among us, I'm just gonna note that.
Uh-oh.
Orikai,
no.
please behave. Don't be that guy.
Orkai. Sure, Jan. Orkai caught a
I'm
stray,
watching
dude.
you.
I mean, could probably be talked into it, but wouldn't actively choose right away.
You will see. Orikai will be the one who picks us.
I think
I
it's
think
gonna be
it will.
Marcella.
I will say if Juniper looks at it at some point and it's gone, she will absolutely blame like either Orkai or Marcella.
Other than that, if nobody has any further questions, I'm gonna go ahead and seal session. You guys can give me feedback. I appreciate that as always. Things to do better, things to that you guys really liked the session, etc.
That was fun.
I liked
liked all the tasks in the arena.
Me
Mhm.
too.
I'm glad. Above the table, it's like that place, per module, is only available if you are looking for a specific soul to do with arena fighting and pride and such. But I was like, well, my players should have some interest in it, so I'll make it something for soul coins, so at least we can experience it in our own right, even if we're not looking for the soul tied to that place. So I'm glad that was fun. A chance to show off Kyle's brawn too, as he soloed a chain devil.
He never gets to flex like that. It was so cool.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna skedaddle and rest up, but this was super fun.
All right, cool beans.
Thanks, everyone. See you
Take
next
care.
week.
Get better, Carrie.
The only thing I'm gonna mention to anybody else who's not leaving yet is, in terms of next session, please let me know if, first of all, if there's any additional plans anybody wants to get done here, or with the knowledge you acquired this session, if any plans changed. Really, what does your character wish to achieve next session, right? Having goal. That way, it's not just you following the rest of the party. If we can limit that, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Any other questions I can answer while things are still fresh in my mind about the session? That something that was not clear this session.
Not that I can think of.
Okay.
Nothing in this moment.
Okay, so I have a question toward Ivan then. You hired a very skilled killer to kill you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. What's the question?
Was there more to that plan? I just reacted to what was in the moment, but now that we're off session.
I mean, right now we're on disguise, so I imagine like if he track us, it will be on the road. So it will be. Like...
So your end game is just to encounter Assassin when he's not surrounded by other killers and kill him.
Not kill him, but yeah, take the code from him.
Okay.
And you have to kill him.
It will be an over his dead body sort of thing. He didn't seem
Yeah.
too keen.
What
on
Ivan is thinking, he
losing
can
it.
probably be knocked unconscious. I'm sure that's what Ivan's thinking.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Because my idea was to steal it, but I don't know how to steal a cloak without the other person feeling it.
Fair enough.
So
The thing is, if we knock him
You
out,
just need
he's
a
just
really
gonna
good
keep coming
distraction.
back. Yeah, he's just gonna keep coming
Yeah.
back, and it'll be at the worst time too.
the
It might be better to just make him die.
oh my god, that's sad. We will find a solution, guys. Don't worry.
You should see if you can get a refund. No, he's gone. Never mind. That money's gone.
That one is gone.
I was gonna say it would have been not too bad to maybe check up on the
You can get a refund. He didn't kill
quote-unquote,
anybody
like
yet.
fallen angel. Yeah. You could still ask around, maybe questions too about the Saint of Killers.
All I'm gonna say in that regard is people are alive and doing well for a reason in this world. And they're not gonna be suicidal, they're not gonna do foolish things just killing themselves unless they're really, really stupid or stupefied. Right? And you are not the first person to come up with your ideas in this world. And maybe, just maybe, there are things in place to ensure that your ideas don't work. Because if anybody could just kill anybody, then there's no stability. And this realm is a realm of law, and there's a system in place. Just keep that in mind. Other than that, okay, sounds good. I'll have him start hunting Marcella.
Beautiful.
You have a assassin with a cloak of invisibility hunting you.
I will suggest Marcella uses the buddy system.
So
Yeah,
such as-
Marcella's not staying up for watch alone ever again.
Yeah, you're kind of fucked.
Maybe.
We might need a tiny hut every long rest from now on.
Yeah.
No, but guys, you don't see it. I want him to reach me. He's not gonna reach me while everyone is hugging me.
Do you think I'm gonna
Yeah.
have an assassin of the hells just walk up to you with a knife and stab you?
Yeah.
My contract is to kill you. It doesn't mean I'm gonna come to you face to face and make this fair against you against 6 of your friends.
Exactly. That's my
Alright.
point. Like he's not gonna get
We'll-
there while I'm surrounded
have-
by people.
We'll have fun with that.
Yeah, I'm fully expecting it to be like a magic situation, but playing by Ordakai's knowledge, Ordakai will suggest the buddy system.
What if he just shoots like a ray of a unicorn or something at you, and you're just like fucking disintegrate? Dude, he could really just do something and find something to be like, I'm gonna use disintegrate, and just like, bro, you're gone.
I'm gonna use all the
Bye-bye.
powers to look up who Marcella is from his point of view. What is Marcella
Yep.
capable of? What weakness Marcella has? You hire a killer to kill yourself.
Oh boy.
I just want to make sure that the player is aware of what they've done. It's a very interesting plan.
Thank you.
It's a strange way to commit suicide, but I respect it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
By the way, clearly none of you guys are hardcore fans of Predator.
Box Machina. Predator. I thought it was Box Machina.
No, Predator.
What was?
I named
By the cloak?
Well, the Cloak of Invisibility, he's an assassin, hired killer, and all that, and I named him after the race of the Predator race.
I don't know.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah.
know that was the name of the race.
Yeah, the Yakja.
Yeah.
I thought it was
Yeah,
clever,
race.
whatever.
It
It's
is.
okay. Sometimes you just put stuff in for you, Tom, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
It would have been
Well-
funny if it was just the picture of a predator, and I would have been like, you know what, that creature would be down in the hells.
I haven't split his jaw.
Yes.
I haven't split his jaw
Yeah.
to like sort of nod toward that.
Well, talking about Predator, like there is the show Alien on.
Yeah.
It's quite good. I like it. Like eight
have to check it
episodes only. Yeah. Like it got me into the universe.
I think the first and second one are like truly like goated, awesome. And then I tried watching a bunch of the other movies and everything, and it just wasn't coming together for me. It was just weird.
No. I mean, like there is a series.
Yeah, there's
now.
like there's a series.
Yeah.
I gotta check it out. I've only heard like one or two things about it.
Yeah, I
just-
like it.
Yeah.
I think it
I like-
helps more if you know what the universe, which I don't. But
Yeah.
I
Have you seen the first and second one at least?
yeah, I have seen like the
Okay.
Aliens movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien versus Predator.
I did share a handout for the price of other killers in case the party ever wants to hire a killer from this market. Because again, this whole place is going to be like a hub market. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
These services are going to be available all campaign. If you don't have gold for it now, you can always come back to it if you want to travel up layers. So
Yeah, that'd be dope.
if you ever acquire the items you need, you know what the price for them are. You can always hunt for such items to trade for, etc.
Yeah, that's true.
Mhm.
Let me copy this.
So, in game time, how many hours do you think we've been spending doing stuff like in game?
Probably 3 hours, yeah.
I just want to mark it on how much we have left of seeming.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you
Oh.
say the name of that spell, I keep thinking you're saying semen. Every time.
Stop the recording, Tom. Stop it.
Too late. I'm already in
What is on your
Demonized.
mind?
Huh?
Calm, apparently. And with that, I'm gonna
I
stop the
can't be the
recording.
only one that's hearing that. Come on.
I blame minor lisp and maritimer heritage.
Probably.
It's why I can get into like a Scottish Irish thing pretty decently because it's like right next to the maritimer accent.
I was just saying, you were saying it this session, and I was like, it took me like a half a second to realize, oh, the spell seeming. Okay.
It's probably much worse if I say it with Mordecai's accent.